Legend tells of the phoenix, a mythical bird that burns. It symbolizes renewal, strength, and transformation. 1 year ago, Phoenix Gate Group was born with that same fiery spirit to inspire, connect, and empower professionals across the globe. And what a journey it's been. Under the visionary leadership of Dr. Vivian Magnus, our founder and lead coach, we didn't just take flight, we soared, we stumbled, we built, we believed. And today, through tears and triumph, we celebrate 1 year of relentless impact, meaningful milestones, and unimaginable transformation. From humble beginnings, Zoom links, voice notes, midnight strategy calls, we've grown into a powerhouse community with nearly 1,000 members strong. In just 12 months, we have reached over 40,000 professionals across the US, UK, Ghana, Nigeria, Uganda, and Kenya. Nearly 1,000 attendees joined us weekly on LinkedIn, and the world took notice. This year, Phoenix Gate was honored with the Social Impact Award of the Year and named the Most Impactful Community of the Year. Those trophies, they carry the fingerprints of every volunteer, every coach, every community member who chose to rise with us. But our story goes beyond resumes and recognition. Beyond professional development, Phoenix Gate has walked into the sacred space of business strategy with international and non-governmental organizations. We've led masterclasses, outreaches, boot camps, and visibility challenges that didn't just teach, they healed. And through it all, Dr. Magnus, our business development coach, stood at the center. A quiet force, a lighthouse in the storm. So now we ask you, are you struggling with your line visibility? Do you ever feel unseen while secretly dreaming of becoming a commanding influence, a recognized thought leader? Are you in that place between faith and fear, waiting for your breakthrough? At Phoenix Gate, we've already reached 40,000 professionals and business leaders worldwide. But this is not about numbers. It's about the transformation behind every name. We train you, we champion you, we give you a platform. And when you stand to speak, we make sure the world listens. As we mark this 1 year journey, we do it with full hearts. Gratitude overflows for our members, our partners, and every soul that carried us when we were too weary to walk. Phoenix Gate Group is not just a network. It is a living, breathing, purpose-driven community. It is hope. It is healing. It is home. And still, this is only the beginning. Here's to a future brighter than flames. We rise together. Legend tells of the phoenix, a mythical bird that burns. It symbolizes renewal, strength, and transformation. 1 year ago, Phoenix Gate Group was born with that same fiery spirit to inspire, connect, and empower professionals across the globe. And what a journey it's been. Under the visionary leadership of Dr. Vivian Magnus, our founder and lead coach, we didn't just take flight, we soared, we stumbled, we built, we believed. And today, through tears and triumph, we celebrate 1 year of relentless impact, meaningful milestones, and unimaginable transformation. From humble beginnings, Zoom links, voice notes, midnight strategy calls, we've grown into a powerhouse community with nearly 1,000 members strong. In just 12 months, we have reached over 40,000 professionals across the US, UK, Ghana, Nigeria, Uganda, and Kenya. Nearly 1,000 attendees joined us weekly on LinkedIn, and the world took notice. This year, Phoenix Gate was honored with the Social Impact Award of the Year and named the Most Impactful Community of the Year. Those trophies, they carry the fingerprints of every volunteer, every coach, every community member who chose to rise with us. But our story goes beyond resumes and recognition. Beyond professional development, Phoenix Gate has walked into the sacred space of business strategy with international and non-governmental organizations. We've led masterclasses, outreaches, boot camps, and visibility challenges that didn't just teach, they healed. And through it all, Dr. Magnus, our business development coach, stood at the center. A quiet force, a lighthouse in the storm. So now we ask you, Are you struggling with your line visibility? Do you ever feel unseen?
Hi, everyone. If you can hear me crystal clear, I can already see everything that you guys are writing, and I'm super excited. I literally had to jump into LinkedIn to leave some conversations there already because everywhere is literally fire. So I'm going to give you one more opportunity. If you can hear me crystal clear, I just want you to type CC so that I know that, oh, my setup is not doing so bad. I figured out a few more things this week, so I'm hoping that I would not hurt um our my network today. Okay, so if you're coming directly from the Phoenix Gates community, I want you to write audacious eagles. I want you to scream it all around. I just feel like shouting. I'm literally holding myself back. Hi, everyone. So I'll say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're joining us from. So if you can hear me crystal clear, just type CC. Then once I've seen enough CCs, okay, yes, I'm seeing lots of beautiful CCs. I would want you to also type the eagle has landed. Okay, so just like the prophets, right, or the prophetess in me, you can be sure that a lot of challenges will be solved tonight. Let me already start prophesying from the side, other side of me. Lots of people in the community know. I'm going to say it outrightly that this is going to be the best event you will ever be a part of this year. That's because every time I have an event, I pray about it. I believe that everybody who shows up will literally, have some lots of help. And then another thing I've also added in it is that once we're done with this event, because we don't actually just want to leave our things like out there for people to just come and copy us and all that, it's part of our criteria. Once we're done with all the things we need to do, collating information and everything from everybody in the comment section, I will literally delete this event. You can, if you think I'm lying about it, you can check the last all the events we've had so far. You will go there. The January, I think January, February event is not there because I deleted it. I felt like I said too much. And it's also because I know that a lot of people will not come back to watch a 3 hour long event. Sometimes, most times I realize that people are not that disciplined. So most times staying on live with people and communicating with them, vibing with people from different niches or even your niche can give you that energy to stay longer. That's why we don't encourage any form of coming back to watch anything. You're not going to come back to watch anything. When you come back, you're not going to see it. So the goal is to ensure that we are accountable for you and we give. I remember we talked about this being an open mic. That means a lot of people could have just walked in here, to say something, maybe ask questions or argue the topic. You remember our debate for the day is $20,000 monthly or 500 likes visibility. But remember, this is a promise from me to you. No nonsense person. I don't think I will bring you out here just to argue baselessly. So I have my notes already for the few things I'm going to teach you tonight. So for tonight, I am going to build what you have into being convertible. So I'll be able to, for me personally, I have other community members, all the people who eventually got jobs, things worked for in our community, who are joining here, who are going to still give you gifts. So today we wrote it like we promised on the flyer. We have templates, we have quizzes, we have materials. You just name it. Everything you're going to get them tonight. Whatever will help your journey on LinkedIn. And guess what? My boot camp is usually filled with different niches. So even if I teach some of the things I teach tonight and I give you some of the templates, which is part of the things. I have free templates for literally almost everyone here. Then I have a free quiz as well that will help you start your journey. And then I have a newsletter that teaches you literally most of the things that I'm going to talk about today. It's just that you're going to have to see it there for iteration. So if you decide that, or maybe by providence, you don't really have what it takes to be a part of our boot camp, no problem. I've got you covered. And when I call myself, or when people call me Mother Eagle, it's literally it. Everything around my personality is to make sure that you get your results. I don't know how many people saw my post today, but I literally said what happened when about 4 weeks ago, when we came here, literally 4 weeks ago, and I was ranting all the rants that I ranted. And I know a lot of people maybe took it for granted. They thought we're joking. And I told God outrightly that in the first week, I want results in the first week. I don't want all this drama of having people come on boot camp for 4 weeks and they literally have nothing to show for it. Of course, you know that my boot camp is literally okay. If you pay for the 4 weeks, for the end of the year, you still have access to me. We still have classes. We pick at least once or twice a month. We still meet and check ourselves out just to make sure that you are not left, without help at the end of a season, which is not what I want. For me, all of you know my basic personality, and that's what the mother ego does. There's the energy of the ego, the strength of the ego, the fire of the ego, but then there's also that nurturing part of me, which is mother ego, which means that I will be in your lives literally forever in quotes, because actually that's what I'm buying into you for. I hope that I'll be available throughout your journey. So today, if you are meeting me for the first time, like I said again, my name is Dr. Vivian Magnus, and for the main purpose of my avatar online and the basis of the service which God has called me to serve you with, I am your mother ego. So every time you come into you know, my DMs, just write it, just say hello, mother ego. That makes me know that okay, I've been able to exchange materials or seen you online from one season or at one season or the other. So right now we're going to go quickly into the first part of our event today. I'd want you to quickly introduce yourself because guess what? We're also very interested about you. And that's why I said it earlier. I didn't mind some people that I didn't know being in the studio with me because that was the plan. I don't know how many people saw the posts when I wrote the post. I just felt so bad because I knew that other people saw the post and they didn't repost. So if you're probably just meeting us for the first time today, I am so sorry. We didn't really plan it this way. We wanted literally just you who came in. You're shy, you have what's the word? You have there's this word, it's called imposter. You've never spoken to the crowd before. This could have been your first time. And literally, God placed that thought on my mind because I don't want anyone to feel like, oh, they have to belong to a certain clique to be known, to be celebrated. No, I just wanted people to just walk into this life today. And I gave one condition. I said, if you were going to come to this live, all you had to do was what? Make a post and say you're coming here to speak to us. That then repost the post because of course you don't want to be the only one who will come in. We wanted other people to come in. Then I said also people should tag me, but I didn't see anyone outside my community do that. And then for my community, hey, if you're from the Phoenix Gates community, I want you to type audacious ego. I just want to celebrate you all specially. I know that a lot of people are seeing you in the comments and you can see that forever, right, in this video, because I always have the back end of the video, your names will be clearly written. Anytime anybody will come find this video, the way your words are coming up, literally, this is how in the next 10 years, in the next 20 years, your names will be aligned here. And then I want to say thank you so much for taking out time to, write that post. I mean, inconveniencing yourself just to make sure that we have a lot of people here. For me, I've always believed in the community force. Maybe I'll share a little story. When I first showed up on LinkedIn, everybody literally started knowing about me when I was just barely 2,000 followers. It's just simple. I knew how to harness energies. That was just what I was very good at. Leadership, very good. And I'm not good at when I come to a place. The whole spotlight syndrome where you just want the energy to just be on you. So if you know my patterns, I'm very big on community. I don't like people just showing up without making some form of contribution because anything you're celebrating is actually anything worth celebrating is what people gathered around. So I like to bring a lot of people in around my energy. Oh, thank you so much. So I can see so many amazing people who posted about the event. Thank you so much, or who are coming from the community. So today we're going to go in very fast. We have maybe let me ask some questions. Let me go straight in the comments, right? What do you think you want to learn today? I have full slides. I promised you guys. I told you the last time I came here, I came with 120 slides. I'm not joking. And then this time around, all I needed to do was to work on it to even put more specificity to it. So I tell you again, anytime you see my event, just know you're not coming for any form of joke. It's not even about the people on the flyers. Never. It has never been. It has even never been about me. It's about making sure that I serve specific people who are needing one particular help or the other, and that's the goal. So I would want us to take maybe 2 minutes. Please kindly repost this event as fast as you can. No, this is so beautiful. We already have 122 comment, 24 comments. So I love the way we're bringing, we're letting our comments come in. I also want to let you know that, of course, as you're seeing the comments, that's literally you showing up in front of thousands of faces. So I'd like you to kindly repost quickly if you haven't. Let's get our repost list to like 100. I don't think it will be bad. So let's see how many people we have. Lots of people already backstage. Of course, you know that I'm not the only one here, but if it's only me still, I can always, teach. Somebody say we need 200 slides. You never see anything. Okay, that's educating. Like, lovely to see you, sir. Thank you so much for coming. Okay, so quickly, let's just repost as fast as we can. We came really on time, and then I love this. So first off, I am going to look into the backstage. Okay, if any of our speakers are ready, we're going to start with our testimonial. So we'll just talk about some of the things that we've done. One of our speaker is in the house, but I would also want us to, okay, awesome. This is very beautiful. Once they signify by turning on their cameras, I'll bring some of them on board, but this is literally me tonight. So quickly, what did you come to learn this night so that I can start holding those conversations? Once I enter my elements, you guys can be sure that it's going to be fire all through. And guess what? I am always ready for the fire. I am literally almost ready for the fire. So 4 weeks ago, we gathered here. 4 weeks and either 4 to 5 weeks ago, we gathered here. We talked about a possibility of a journey. And today, well, I don't see it as a graduation, never, because I told you guys, whatever I do, I like long term. So these people are still my guys. In fact, we still have one automation class to do. Yes, for some of you who don't know, we do AI automations as well on the Phoenix Gate. So it's basically brand monetization plus AI automation classes. We do all of them here as well. So, but it has been a very beautiful journey. Very, very beautiful journey. I'm going to let some of the people that we have on live now to talk about their own journey. Like I said, when I showed up on LinkedIn, I saw Pepe. And so I decided that nobody else around my circle of influence will see Pepe. And one of the things I also noticed was that some of the things I was taught, when I started meditating deeply, I realized that most of the emphasis and where literally everybody's minds were going to was not really the most important thing when you showed up, especially as a newbie on LinkedIn. Maybe this is going to be my first conversation or my first point, just to tell you that I'm ready for you so that you know that don't touch that dial. Literally lock it in because you're going to learn a lot. First point I'm going to tell you, no matter who you are on LinkedIn, fix your conversion first. Okay, now I'm beginning to enter my element and I love it. The first thing you can do for yourself on LinkedIn is to fix your conversion first. Remember, look at what I said. I did not say do for yourself. I said do on LinkedIn because most times when we show up on the bootcamp, we don't even start talking about LinkedIn first. We don't even talk about what you sell first. That's not our first class because we want you to find yourself. We can talk a whole lot about that direction. Of course, that's what we're called brand monetization. That means we come from the depth of you. Your branding is depth of you. So one of the things I noticed is that a lot of people build in the wrong direction. So they show up as two strong pillars. One, the hustling spirit. You just show up, you want to just sell anything, you want to get anybody to buy anything. Or two, the second set of people who just want to be seen, even with their empty heads. They just want to be seen. Okay, I'm beginning to enter my element. I think I'm liking it, right? So two sets of people. One, people will just come, they are desperate for anything because LinkedIn, of course, nobody's going to pay you for impressions, right? So you just want to sell anything. So they will enter your DM. They will not even say, hello, Vivian. They will just say, Vivian, I want to sell this thing to you. You are excellent. And I'm like, excuse me, excuse you. Don't do that to me, okay? I'm just begging you. If there's anybody who is looking at me and saying, see this hot babe, I'm going to enter her DM right after this event to tell her something. Just know that you've landed in the wrong place. Don't do that with me. Anyway, thank God I have a material that I can also send. I told you guys today that I have lots of premiums and templates. I have 3. Then literally almost all my students have 1 or something, and I told them all of it is free. Everything they're going to give to you guys this night is going to be either a template or a quiz, something to, of course, help you in your journey tonight. And I told you because we made them do it. So them helping you is not such a bad idea as well. Okay. But this is exactly what I'm trying to say right now. If you are just showing up on LinkedIn, fix your conversion. And conversion is like the third step. It's actually the third step. It's not the first step. So I give you an inkling by telling you that when we say brand monetization, we're very specific about that word. It means that we come from you. We come to you and help you build from scratch something relatable to your childhood, something relatable to your journey, something that will make you show up daily on LinkedIn. We bring it out of your soul. Some of you are exhausted, are having burnout because there is no purpose to what you do. So I've said it again. If I say fixed conversion is for the purpose of this event because that's what I promise that I'm going to do for you. But that is not the first thing to do. And I'm not telling you to show up as a very foolish person to start posting everywhere with your, your posts that are not necessarily, of course, reasonable, but because somebody is asking you to grow rich, you can comment from morning to night. And when those people see the way you commented on your post and they rush through your post, they will just say, what am I reading like this? They will read from up to down, read from down to up. Then they will just say, this is a lot to take in. They don't even know how to comment. Even the way you align the post can make them run away. And I'm telling you again that it's very, very important that you, first of all, do that soul searching. So for most of us as students, we first of all went into them, into their journeys, and brought out something. And then, of course, some people assumed that because they had had this certain experience, this is what they could tell. But no, you don't have the skill. So we had people that we literally helped transition into better niches that sought their, what do they call it, their experiences rather than the one that they'll be staying with. So you can imagine if you are being on LinkedIn and you showed up and then maybe you just jumped on one of our beautiful, one of those boot camps where visibility is the main thing, and then you sat in there and then you just hear just post, and then you aligned your post, you arranged your post, but you're not even asking yourself, how confident are you? Do you even have a portfolio? But portfolio is the easiest. Have you worked for any clients before? So I see people hanging around LinkedIn every day and they've never had clients before. I said, this LinkedIn or another one. Of course, how will you have clients when you are taught that you should go to the, what do they call it, find comment sections of big accounts. Then the other day I heard someone say, find comment sections of small account, don't comment on big account. And I told myself, which LinkedIn did these people come to like this? Now, so you go monetize. So your goal is even just hey anywhere. Of course, there's a place to grow your impressions when you start when clarity comes to you. That means it matters that you are clear before you start flying yourself around. And when I'm talking about clarity, you can ask the people in bootcamp what we just did for 1 week. The first week we did 9 hours, so it wasn't a big deal. I know I know it might be a big deal to some of you, but it wasn't really a big deal. 9 hours, and they had to go and do assignments on their own. So we did 3 hours first day, 3 hours second day, 3 hours on the third day. Not really like consecutively. We like gave 1 day gap for meditation and all that. By the time people came out in the first week, one of the things we noticed that happened was that somebody even got jobs literally on the first deal, the first week, first deal. I don't know if some of you saw the post I posted today. Maybe when we're done with this event as well, you can just go back and just look at it so that you can see what people said with themselves. Then, of course, we have the opportunity of having a few of them come into the house to share. But I'm saying it again, whatever you do, fix your conversion. And for tonight, I'm going to teach you. Don't worry, irrespective of anybody's testimonial today, it's a promise. I have a slide. Maybe I should show you so that you don't think it's robbery. I think I'm bigger than that, right? Yes, I know you guys remember this, but I have an entire give me a moment, guys. I'm sure you will remember when we did this as well. Okay, so let me go out of here a bit. I'll just show you where we are going to do strictly conversion. Let me go out and show you. Okay, so just so you know that, so you can see that I have something in that light. Let me just go out of here so that I don't also take the time of the people who came in to share with us. We have so many amazing people backstage. So give me a moment. Let me escape from this place. Yes. Yes, beautiful. I think I've escaped. So just so I promise you that no, it's not going to be it's not fabrications. You are going to go home with a substance, but I'm hoping that my mindset will help you start your journey. Even some of you, if you can't afford being with us, no problem, but you are going to go home with something. So I'm going to give a moment to one of my very handsome protege. I think he's the only one that is ready backstage. The other people were yet to see their cameras on. So as soon as their camera, okay, no, I'm going to let. Okay, I'm going to bring on one of my amazing Chikoduri. I'm bringing up Chikoduri because she had shown me some things backstage. So she contacted me, spoke to me directly, even right, I think today. So I knew she would be very, very ready by now. So Chika, I'm going to be handing over the mic to you. First of all, thank you so much for coming and honoring us and trusting us that day. I'm sure probably you saw me on this live as well the last time, but then just let us know how you're doing, and then whatever you have in store for us so that everybody can. Mind you, guys, she brought something for us all. I saw the material because she showed me. So the next voice you're going to be hearing is that of Chikodiri. Chikodiri, the mic is yours.
Wow, wow, wow. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, depending where you are watching us from. Please, you should help me and give shout out to Mother Eagle. See somebody like me. I don't even know that I'll be facing camera like this today. Hey, God, this imposter syndrome. All thanks to Mother Eagle. Thank you for always being there. Thank you for Phoenix Gates. Thank you for everything you are doing. I just saw you like this. I was like somebody that can give out value free of charge like this. That means the camp will be fire. That is what really made me to enter the camp. And I did not regret one day entering there. I've learned a lot. I'm so, so grateful. Please, if you are enjoying Mother Eagle, please, I want on the comment section, just write audacious, 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 audacious. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. My name is Chikodiri Mbatra, as she has already said. I am a customer experience and support specialist. You can call me your productivity partner because I'll help you work smarter and not harder. Okay, back to our conversation, as in how to build converting presence. Well, I had to back it up with my story. Everything in life, everything that I do is just based on that moment of helplessness. I was in my third day then. One thing or the other happened. I didn't really pay my school fees on time. We were having an exam that day, but to God be the glory, my school fees was sent to me. I wanted to pay the school fees, but I couldn't because of one or two things. I had to rush to the bank that same day. Getting to the bank, I met a customer support personnel by name Gladys. I explained everything to her, but you know the funniest part? She didn't even care. She didn't even listen. She just said I should just call one number, which I called. The phone was busy ringing, but nobody answered me. The next thing, meet my supervisor, which I did, but no response. I was there from 11 o'clock till past 3, and my exam was 2 o'clock. To cut the long story short, I missed my exam that day. You know what it means? It's automatic carryover for me. You know one thing that bad support does? It does not just as in fail to solve problem, it creates more problem. So in that moment, I made up my mind that I will not be any person's Gladys again. I had to do what it takes to make sure that any customer that comes around me is always happy. So with that resolution that I made that day, to the glory of God, I've been able to keep the promise, making customers happy. In Fidelity Bank, I do attend more than 290 inquiries every day. And I increased the customer satisfaction rates by 94%. Then the resolution rates, when I entered the team, I was able to work on it, to improve on it. Then Queen Vic Farms, where I work to, I was able to maintain 98% response rates. I created a response workflow for them as they are sending because they had the issue. So I had to sort it out with them. So resolution rates was improved. So my advice to every business owner there, you may like, I don't have a company, I don't have this, I don't have that, but in your own space, you are a business owner. Building a comforting presence is not about strategy. It starts with empathy. When people feel and heard, those people that heard you, they will stay. And when they stay with you, they will pay. And when they pay, they will then refer. They will give you more customers. Empathy is not optional, it's everything. So because when you are empathy about something, you'll be like, if I'm this person, how will I feel? So when you are be able to put yourself in the person's shoe, you will know what to do better. So I will not take much of our time because Mother Eagle was like, just show your face more so that the people there will see you. But there is a free gift, a checklist that I did. And that checklist, it took me years. And she said we should do it free, we should give it out free. But on that checklist, you will be able to know how to map up your customers' touch points. When you be able to know your customers' touch points, you will know what to do. Then the response scripts for complaints, for your delays, for your invoices, for your refunds. Then you'll be able to know how to set auto responses that work. I told you some of the results that I got. Those results, as in, I didn't just close eyes and do it. There was some back end things that I did that made me to get that result. So even in that checklist, you'll be able to undergo some Gladys test. You ask yourself some questions. When you ask yourself some questions, you'll be able to know whether you are doing well or you are not doing well. Well, if you want me to work on your support system as well, you can book one-on-one call with me. Mother Eagle, I'm so grateful. I appreciate this time. Thank you for bringing me out. Thank you for everything that you are doing. It's only God that will bless you. All the committee members, all the people in the comment section, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Please, did you get any value? Did you learn anything? Did you hear anything? Please drop it on the comment section. Thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for helping us. In fact, what a good start. Empathy. So I'd want us to also Chikaudiri, please just drop the link now in the comment section so everybody who is in the customer support niche can also find help, as well as founders. Please, I am speaking on behalf of her. If there are founders who are here who are looking for customer support, who also love to work with her, she said she can actually vet your systems. And then if you're in the customer support niche and you don't know what to converse, how to have conversations with your clients, she has curated a checklist that she's giving out free of charge. Please comment checklist if you're interested so we can see you to know that you're here. If you're a founder on this call, I know it might be quite a lot for you. Just comment checklist so that Chikaudiri, you can still go back in the comments and still comment checklist and still drop the link. But please, everyone, just comment checklist so that we can have those who are interested, right? So that we can have you look through it, ensure you find proper help for your business right now before it goes down. Thank you so much for coming on board. So I'm going to be adding our next speaker. Now let me tell you guys a little bit about this person, right? Well, he literally has a part of my personality, and then I love him so much, just like I love literally almost everybody in my community. Now, one of the things I noticed about him, he was quite different. Like, he showed up, I think, on LinkedIn this January, right? Showed up January, and it seemed, I think he was referred. Maybe when he comes on here, he's going to say how he was able to join the camp. But One of the things that was very special about him was that he was always willing to learn. And then his gig, he made his first dollar on LinkedIn in camp. So I'm going, without further ado, right? Let's just celebrate our next speaker. I'm going to be adding him up. I'm adding Samson. Please, let's celebrate him. Celebrate him. Thank you so much, everyone in the comments. Chikodri, you
Okay.
can see the comment. Okay, give me a moment, Chief. Chikodri, you can see in the comments there are lots of people who are needing help with your checklist. What you want to do is make sure you go in there and ensure that you reply to people specifically one on one. The idea is that the algorithm will still make them see you at least at some point, supposing they don't get it before they leave here. Thank you so much. Okay, so the next voice you're going to be hearing is that of Samson. Samson, thank you so much for coming on board. Your story.
Yeah, David, thank you so much for this opportunity. I'm so happy to be here right now. I've had more boss like this. But it's okay. Okay. Hello, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, depending on the time you're viewing us from. All right. So, like Mudaigo started the story, I came on LinkedIn in January. Oh, my story started when I lost the only I think, Nigeria agency I was working for. The contract ended as it were. So losing that contract was not the pain for me. Was that all this while I was working for them, I worked for them for about 8 months. So it was not a thing of capacity as it were or skillfulness as it were. But the contract ended. But the pain for me was I spent all that time working for someone else's why my brand was just there. All right. So it's one thing to have a skill, it's another thing to monetize the skill to actually get clients begging you to work for them and all that. So I came on LinkedIn in January. I was referred by a friend. One day I just sat down in myself like, I think I need to, get a particular course or get in a particular community. And I was talking to one of my friends. She said, Mother Ego. I didn't even know Mother Ego. And before that time, I was like, I'm not going to buy any other course again. I don't tire. So, so I go into Mother Ego's community, and in the space of 3 weeks, honestly, it was difficult because a lot of things was coming up at the same time. You have to work, study. But I think always give you in your head. There's one statement that she made that stick with me. I think that was the first week or the second one. She said, "There's no shortcut. You have to walk the walk." Like, like because for most of you out there, you're looking for one shortcut, one quick way out of it. But Shay, you have to walk the walk. You have to create the content. You have to build system. You have to show up. You have to do all the work. You have to study. So she got with everything put together. My ego helped me. I created my Facebook. It was actually my first premium, but now I'm selling the book now. So the second premium is an audit, all right, where we talk about your business, diagnose everything, and then I tell you where the leak is from and where you can actually fix and then get more clients. And one thing that my ego said just not long, she said, you have to fix your conversion. A lot of people on LinkedIn right now, I don't know, everybody just following the trends. Everybody just following the trend. They're just following the noise, not paying attention to what would actually convert to clients. And there's one thing I've also noticed on LinkedIn is that somebody like Mother Ego now she will not do it, I know it. She can just make a post and put a full stop. Everybody will engage, everybody will follow. And might even bring her gigs because she has beauty brands. But if you are starting up, there's the pathway to go around it. So you cannot do what everybody is doing. There's the pathway to go around it. So basically, if you want to really stand out when it comes to conversion, you have to fix your conversion system. Then it comes from your why, like what Chika said, the empathy. All right, so basically this is everything I have for you. All right, if you need help to help you, build your brand to convert to get more clients, you can DM me, okay? Or you can either drop the word conversion, all right? So for my free audit, just 30 minutes. We'll talk about everything. That will be free for you. You go about your business, you fix them if you want. If you want me to help you out, that will be great. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mother Ego. Okay.
Hello, can everybody see me now? Can you hear me? Can anyone hear me? Oh, so sorry. Can you hear me now? If you can hear me, just let me know so that I will go on. If you can hear me, let me know. Just write CC. CC if you can hear me. CC if you can hear me. CC you can hear me. CC you can hear me. Thank you so much, guys. I'm back. I don't know what happened, right? I am back. Please, if you are here and you haven't reposted this event, you don't want to be hearing some of the things that I'm telling you now alone. I'm so grateful to God. Maybe this happened. Maybe it's so that we can get more people in. So please kindly repost. Kindly repost if you haven't. Thank you so much, everyone. So I said it again. One of the things I noticed when I showed up on LinkedIn was that most of the camps I went for literally were emphasizing on visibility in the sense that, I mean, you could literally be anyone. You can literally be anything and just grow with it. Nobody is asking questions. If what you are becoming can be, placed on the world stage, if what you're becoming, you can grow along that path for the next 10, 15 years, nobody's asking that question. Everybody just looking for the next hot niche and they are growing carelessly. And I said it outrightly. You can't compare growth on Facebook, growth on Instagram to growth on LinkedIn. Growth on LinkedIn is usually transactional. I'm going to say it again. It's usually transactional. You give value, you stay, you increase your dwell time. People get to know you, people get to trust you, and they keep coming. They keep coming to you. But growth on Facebook, growth on, on Instagram, you can do a very hot video, you can crack jokes like nobody minds, because of course some people don't know, but for Nigeria, I know that a lot of people from other countries are currently on this live, but for Nigeria, literally, there are a lot of things going on, and comedy is literally healing. So we can even class comedy under, you know we can class comedy under healthcare, in quotes. Yes, in quotes. So that's why people can probably just spend so much time under someone's profile and still don't feel like they've lost so much time. Okay. So this is me coming back to say again, right? For this niche, for LinkedIn, when you show up here, it is very pertinent that you build something that is lasting. So you go to your niche. If there is no trajectory, there's no career growth, you're not seeing yourself in the next few years, you're not seeing yourself in those board meetings, boardrooms, you're not seeing yourself speaking effortlessly, because that's part of the exercise we did in camp. You must speak because it makes you stand out. Then you're already shortchanging yourself. So some of the things I was saying when I went mute was, I said, if inbound leads are the only way you get clients on LinkedIn, you are under one chance. And I said it quotes me anywhere. I've not seen anybody say this with their full chest, and I'm saying it with my full chest. If inbound leads, so somebody tells you, okay, just fix your profile, fix this, because you are hoping that clients are going to walk into your DMs, which they should if you're getting some form of visibility. But even with that visibility, I also said that LinkedIn is zoned or regenerated, if there's any word like that. This is me 4 minutes into Phoenix Gate vocabularies, right? LinkedIn is zoned. So that means if you're waiting for anyone to come and meet you, they're likely going to be creators like you who are showing up every day, who are really, really believing God to grow, and they come into your DM asking for all sorts of help, all sorts of da 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 da, which is still not bad. A few founders can reach out to you, but you cannot have a consistent income like that. So I'm hoping that I'm already scattering tables. I told you again, LinkedIn is regenerated. That means more people, they will keep pushing you to your Nigerian brethren. I'm sure you know that they are this is for a Nigerian, right? So if you're Ugandan, they'll keep pushing you towards Uganda. If you're from Cameroon, they'll keep pushing you towards Cameroon. Of course, if that's depending on the population of you on LinkedIn, but I'm still saying it that you cannot depend or get high converting quality clients by simply just posting and waiting. That is the worst thing that can happen to you. Worst thing. Worst thing. And I'm saying it. So for some of you who have started LinkedIn for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, and you have not seen anything happening for you, I am telling you exactly why it's not happening. For us, I remember telling you guys by this time last month that we are taking it to the gates, and I meant it. And I think that was everything Samson was trying to say. We did not play with anyone. In fact, for the next camp that is going to happen soon, I will still not. In fact, what I did for these people, we just even allowed them to do all their funny things. The next people that are coming will be on your neck. It's simple. Okay, so I think I have someone. I have so many people come into the studio so far. So if you're getting anything, just comment that you can hear me crystal clear. I know I lost you guys at some point. I know I lost you all at some point. I'm so sorry about that. Thank you so much. Somebody said I'm coming from a guys. Oh, love. Thank you so much. Okay, so I'm back. I'm back. All the you are muted. I'm back. Thank you so much, guys. Somebody said, you can imagine my reaction, my dear. I'm even surprised though. Okay. Okay, awesome. This is very, very beautiful. Awesome. So we're going to be going straight. I think we have so many amazing speakers backstage. Joseph, if you're ready, kindly turn on your mic. Particularly for me, I love Joseph's journey in the sense that one of the patterns I've always noticed is that for most people, when they show up on LinkedIn and they already have a value, it's very easy to grow when you already have a value that you serve it. Once you've figured out a value and then you've figured out how you're going to serve it, you're likely going to grow effortlessly compared to other people who just came and decide that every day when they show up, they'll just post, today I'm exhausted. Today I didn't feel like showing up. You guys don't even understand. When you become one with your why, which is literally what everybody did when they showed up here, you heard them tell their stories. It shows you that something happened in camp. In fact, the first time we did this particular topic, I was just laughing because everybody was talking Eri. In my language, Eri literally means people were just saying funny things because people thought they knew their why. So you ask somebody what is your why, they will just say, I'm on LinkedIn because I'm a social media strategist. Is that a why? Or I'm a brand strategist. You can even imagine a brand strategist that doesn't have a why. So what are you strategizing for other people? You think branding is creating content and posting for them with ChatGPT? Hey God. I just hope there's nobody in this, in this comment that is calling themselves brand strategists without foundation. So we really pruned a whole lot of people. And for me, it was so beautiful to see. I don't know, Joshua is not showing, but let me just show some of the I don't know how many people know. Ada Smiles, if you're there in the comments, I could not wait for you. I'm sure you guys saw this post today. So we had lots of results. See Abdul, shout out to Abdul, Atanasia as well. These were all the people who had their results. That's what we did. We collated all of it for the camp. So if you know them, shout out to them. They are balling. In fact, right now we have ATK Root. ATK Root is now the official owner of our, bootcamp laptop, in the sense that she even eventually had some thing to prove that God really worked with her to produce this result. A whole lot of the writings are quite small, so I don't want to spend time reading them, but you can always ask me for them after this event, and then it's already on my platform because I posted it I think around 6:30 today. So you'll be able to see their results themselves. These were the people who worked with. So just as you were in the comment section and contemplating if or not this was a serious thing you needed to do, some people quickly swung to action. And I was so proud to literally, see them walk through this journey. So let's see. I've not seen any other person on the backstage, so I'll just start with my materials for the day. So that I told you guys, I've promised people that I'm going to teach you people, right? So that I will do. And that's what I always do. When I have any event, I prepare as though I'm the only one, just in case anything happens. Joseph was on transit earlier before now. So I celebrate him. I know that he's backstage, but I'm sure if he gets somewhere comfortable to speak from, he will. Then for all those people who opted for the open mic and posted about it, were excited about it, please make sure you reach out to Faith, because yes, this is an open mic. We also want you to have all the spotlight that you're deserving of. Right. Okay, I can see someone else. Catherine, are you ready? If you want to come on board, I'll put you up on board. So let's talk. Okay, let me add. Okay, are you ready? I can take you down if you're not. I saw you doing your hand like this. So once you're ready, just let me know by raising your hand. If you're ready, I'll bring you right up. So as I was saying, I am always ready. So if you're ready to hear me and learn a few things, I'm going to help you fix your conversion for your profile tonight. But I'm still telling you that fixing your profile conversion is a shaky leg, because you probably might be fixing the wrong thing. So I'll tell you a little story. Um, someone in camp literally showed up and was, going in a particular direction. I don't want to mention it specifically so that you know the person. And then one of the questions we had to ask, when we figured out, we realized that the person had no certification, nothing grounded in what they were doing. So that was how we knew that, oh, this person um was going in the wrong direction. And then of course we had to go back down, erased it. And I told you, literally, I think I had almost 100% of people who didn't know their why in camp this last year. Like 100% didn't know. So most of you, and I still tried it in church today. When I went to church, I saw one of my well-respected, apostles. That's what I call her. I don't know if she's here right now. Reach. Okay, you can hear me well. That's very beautiful. Okay, so one of the things I asked her, she was so excited, she wants to start the journey, I need to help her and all that. And the next question I asked her was, what is your why? And she started telling me what she does, personal development. And I can tell you, I said I got literally 100% zero, or let's say negative. That's literally everybody in camp the last set didn't know their why. And how can you build? You're almost going to be burnt out. So every time you complain about being burnt out on LinkedIn, you're likely lacking purpose, because your content is just, what is a byproduct of what happens in your soul. It's like the last, the last release. It's like a sweat. It's like you ate, now you drank water, your sweat, right? When you've done all the combustion, the breakdown in your body, the growth that eventually happens is supposed to be from an outpouring of complete synthesis. So every time you grow bigger, it's actually supposed to be that you've been able to do from number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. So for us, even content as in visibility is like our 5th stair. So we'd have done number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, because again, we don't want people to see us wrongly. We don't want people to see us when we are not really clear. We don't want people to see us when we cannot tell them the next step to take. And that's what a whole lot of us do. And so when you show up on LinkedIn, you think LinkedIn is a hard work. For me, LinkedIn is not a hard work. It's a necessity, because I have something to say every moment. In fact, I wanted to post 3 posts today for this event, but because we had the Thanksgiving in church, so I spent so much time. My last post, I still have another post. I have hundreds. I think I told my community people, I have hundreds of posts already kept somewhere. And it's simple. Something is always happening in my brain. I'm always synthesizing. Like I told my community on Friday, you cannot show up on LinkedIn and you don't have a song in your soul. What people hear or what people see should be an outburst of all the excellence that has gone on in your brain. So your content is not even about, hey, just come, I want to post every day, just post. No, it's that there has to be a synthesis. And guess what? I'm not even making it hard, because for us on this generation, you can't compare this generation with any other generation. If you're a lady here or a mother and you're feeling exhausted, I can tell you for free, you don't even know some of the goodies that some of the great things God has done for us. We have AI that fast tracks. That's what I was telling you. So when we're saying clarity, we're not even saying that you need months. I would never say that. Depending on your energy, if you can match my energy, I can sit down for 3 hours and I fix you from beginning to end That's what we literally do. I do for my one-on-ones. For the people who want that, I can sit down and fix everything from beginning to end. You're the one that will be tired because me, I hardly am. Okay. So even in our boot camps, when you guys show up, we make sure that we stretch you. That first week is very critical for anything else that you're building. So that when people now come to your post, right, you are giving value. Come to your profile, they are seeing value. Come to your content, they are seeing value. Go to your experiences, they are seeing value. And I said it again, for maybe my mic was muted then. I'm saying it again, right? Don't be in that place where you are just taking in. Don't be in that place in your LinkedIn growth where you're just taking in, you're copying, no synthesis, no synthesis. So you go for sometimes we can just give you materials and you're just copying verbatim. You're not doing yourself very well. You want to consistently make sure that something is going on in your brain. And that is one of the major work you're going to do, either with us if you need, of course. For us, we build from brand straight up, from brand to money. So our money is not the revenue we talk about is not a useless revenue or a desperate revenue where people are just making money carelessly. We talk about building from your story. So I said it again. Literally almost everybody who spoke tonight, who will still speak, you see how perfectly what they do aligned. Okay. So for those people who are up for the debate, right? For those people who are up for the debate and you did all we asked you to do, I'm still going to be shouting it in between, right? Before other speakers come up, please don't forget to send a message to Faith. Faith is the one in charge of the back stage. Should bring you on board. Okay, so Catherine, if you're ready, just wave so that I can bring you on board. Okay, let me assume that you're ready because I'm not seeing you move. Can you hear me now? If you can hear me, please, guys, if you are here and you've been enjoying value so far, just type value, just just type value so that everybody will hear. um then next now I would want you to do is to help us repost. Like we said, I have my slides. I've not even started saying half of the things that are on those slides, and I told most of us, right, that I will likely not leave this event on this page once we are done, because we have the back end of the results. We rather cut it to what we want than showing everything, because I'm going to say a whole lot of things that will help you as well. So Catherine, if you're ready, your mic is on, you can speak very fast so that we can move on to the next person.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, crystal clear. Yes, you can speak now.
Okay, thank you so much, Mother Ego, for this opportunity. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, everyone. It's an honor to be here. Seriously, I know that the first thing that shows up in my when you look at this would be virtual facilitation and career system coach. I've done a lot of facilitations, but I was still struggling with my why, and that's something that I want to talk about today. It's something that made me join the brand monetization. I'm sure Dr. Vivian doesn't even know about that. I saw the post once, and immediately I saw the post, I knew that this was something I have been praying for. And who says God doesn't hear prayers? I'm an example of prayers answered, because I barely talked about this, but I'm going to talk about it today. Before I go ahead, Dr. Vivian, how many minutes do I have? Because I like to just try and manage my time. How many minutes? Okay, is it my network?
You have three on
I
an
didn't hear
average. I
that.
am actually muted. Three. Very
Okay,
short.
thank you so much.
Yes.
Before I begin, I want to take a moment to appreciate you. You were the one who carried us through this journey, as in with so much wisdom, patience, and the belief in our potential. Is something that I'm so glad for. Dr. Vivian, Mother Ego. Every time I say Mother Ego, I just smile because it actually just shows who you are. You didn't just teach us about brand monetization, you stretched our thinking. For someone like me, you challenged me to see values in us, in the stories that I tell. Initially, when I was telling stories, I'll just tell stories around the things that I do. I barely talked about my why. But coming to this monetization session was something that changed my perspective. It challenged me, and most importantly, you helped many of us realize that we have experiences, and not just memories, experiences that we can use to sell our brand. So, on behalf of everyone who's graduating today, I'm sure others will come and say theirs. I'm going to say thank you so much for guiding us, for encouraging us, and sometimes lovingly pushing us. I remember that I will close and I will come for classes, for sessions, and inside the sessions I'll be struggling to stay awake because I have had a very long day. But in all of it, everything enters. That's what I say. The energy is given. Everything just enters. So I say thank you very much for that. We are very, very grateful. Now, the thing is, it's not that we don't have skills. That's not the problem, actually. We have the skills. And like Dr. Vivian has said in most of the things she has said today, it's not just about skills. Positioning is also very important. And that's something I learned in this 4 weeks that we have had. I've learned so much about positioning. If you go to my LinkedIn page, you will notice that. If you go to my other pages, you will notice that it's something that I have tried to work on a long time ago. But I got clarity from these sessions. Positioning would pay more than any skill that you're thinking of. And today I want to share what this taught me, this journey that I've had in the most unexpected way, right? My career didn't begin in remote work. I've said that several times. I started as a customer support representative in a multinational company, and I loved my job. Honestly, I love helping people. If you've been on my page, you'll notice that I love solving problems. It just comes naturally for me. There's something deeply satisfying about taking a difficult situation and turning it into something that is a solution. So that's something I enjoy doing a lot. Something happened in between and I had to leave my 9 to 5. It was unplanned, you understand, and I had to start all over from the beginning. I've heard people reach out to me and ask me, how did I do that? It was not something that was planned, so I had to learn on my own. Everything you see that I'm doing today was it came out of necessity, because I'm not used to sitting down at home and not doing anything. So when I had a child that was sick and I had to sign out of work, choose between my child and working, I had to pick my son and learn new things on my own. And that's where my journey started from. I started to learn things, not just customer support. I know I had skills for customer support because I've had so many awards based on working there, but I also needed skills to improve myself if I wanted to work remotely. Now, even after gaining the skills, I forgot something. You can have skills, but if you do not position yourself properly, no one would know that you have these skills. Do you understand? So you can just be there, and people who do not even have half as much as what you have, we do so well in rooms that they've been given access to because of positioning. And you who do not have that access would never be able to do that. So in difficult situations, I learned things on my own. I dusted myself up. I paid for courses. I learned new skills. I studied and I practiced. But was there visibility? Was I able to show myself and prove that this is what I can do? No, I thought that like my 9 to 5, I could get recognized based on the work I was doing. I didn't need to share. I didn't need to tell anybody. But that doesn't work in remote workspace. You have to actually show yourself. Even in office space, right now, you still have to show the things that you're capable of for you to be able to stand out, for opportunities to start showing up. So when I started to do that, I learned the hard way, right? From experience. I started to do that based on training that I have taken and all of that. I also needed to learn how to position myself properly. And I thank God for the brand monetization class, because that's something that I learned to do. And I say this, I never told Dr. Vivian, let me tell you this. The first week I started positioning myself first. That was the first time I got an international opportunity to be a virtual facilitator for a global summit. And seriously, when I got the invitation, I was like, geez, If I had just been positioning myself from the first time, these opportunities would have come immediately. I have other opportunities that I told Dr. Vivian about, but that one was the first one I got from the very first week of positioning, of sitting down and positioning myself better. I'm using myself as an example to ask you, why are you holding on? You are here, you have social media platforms, you have the skills, you've done a lot of trainings, you've learned, and all you need to do is learn how to position yourself better to be able to start making money. And I am here to tell you that you can do that. All you need is someone who would mentor you and show you how this can be done. And I'm very certain that if you take this brand positioning course, you'll be able to do that. Now, opportunities are opening up for me. I've started mentoring professionals. I've taken I have a coaching session with three people, three clients that I got from this place, from this positioning that I learned in less than 4 weeks, and it has been fun. Right, it has been so much fun, and I'm learning, growing, and I can tell you and assure you that if you're part of this, you will definitely have the opportunity to do that. Thank you very much, Dr. Vivian. This was impromptu, so I just decided that I needed to say this. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Thank you so much. That was amazing. I think we should all celebrate her in the comments because this is a lot. I didn't even know about her getting it in the first week. I know there are other testimonials of people who got jobs in the first week, but this is another one adding to my shelf. So please, so I want it as as it's said clearly like this. Okay, so Joseph, I've seen. Okay, you'll be coming up soon, no problem. Okay, so I just want to celebrate you. Like I said, we still have more job. We have one more automation class to go, and then we still have many. Every month we'll come back and make sure that everybody is doing so well as well. So thank you so much for coming on board. You know that I love all of you, all of you. Right? I told you guys, if you see me becoming very, passionate in my conversations, is just to make sure that we are all getting it right. So please, let's go ahead and celebrate her. So we have a lot of wins. I can see Abdul. Abdul was able to land his clients. I think Abdul also landed clients in the first week of our teachings, and then I think he's supposed to start it in April, right? He got the job in almost immediately that week. In fact, yes, he was one of the first people as well who shared testimonials in camp. Yes, Abdul was our first testimonial in camp. And it was barely, I think, 3 days or so. So I think maybe that put the rest of the members under fire. But I was grateful that the competition was high, the energy, the power was high. And I was so excited that to see people who literally took my words. No, sincerely, I can say that this was my best camp ever. For the most active persons, they literally were taking words from my mouth. They were literally taking words from my mouth as I was teaching, give materials, give assignments. We'll come back the next day. We will rewind, churn it through people's words, come back. And I'm so, so happy that I've been a part of this beautiful journey as well. I think Joseph is almost ready. All our lead guest speakers that we're supposed to be doing arguments with, I've not seen them all the open mic people were looking for you people. So you see how for me, I always plan my event neat. I open doors for you. You would actually be the one talking now. We didn't say it was just Phoenix Gates members. Heck, we didn't even say bootcamp people. But I made sure that I had extra plan because I can't imagine sitting here and I'm saying, okay, where are the open mic people? And we're literally not seeing anybody come up. Because again, you are in charge of your story just before you blame God and your family members and your parents who probably didn't take you to school. Hey, wake up to this era. This is what I'm going to tell you. Not that I'm speaking down on four walls or education at his where. For God's sake, I'm a medical doctor primarily. So I'm a doctor. So everything, that's even why my camp is different. I brag with it everywhere. That is why I know. Of course, I'm a spiritual person as well. So I put the energy of God on it. But I will still tell you, right, that you don't need any certificate to start this journey with us. And I'm serious. You just started, you don't even know anything, you can't even speak English. Just come, we'll brush your brain. We meet every week. In fact, for our general community, we meet every week. If we teach you, in the first part of the meeting, we'll still make you pray so that your brain will open. So if somebody costs you, don't worry, you're covered. when you join us. I'm serious and I'm not joking about it, right? I'm not joking. So you don't need any form of certification. For most of these people, we literally came up with niches for them. Lots of them didn't even know what they are doing. They just came, copied other profiles, and just latched it on themselves, and were just writing content, and everybody was telling them, be visible, be visible, be visible. And they will comment from morning to night without pure thoughts of systems, where this could lead to. Now, there are lots of arguments. I don't know. Oh, Chief Josh, Chief Chief Joseph, oh, we're looking up to you. So once you're ready, just send me a DM so that I know that you're here. Because, like I said again, it's very pertinent that you know what you're building. So let me continue with the conversations again. So I'm saying you don't need any form. It's even in class. Some of you, I'll put you under regimentations. Some of you will get certifications, get certified. I told them how I get certified to do some things. I can sit down for 3 hours in a day and I'm done. Like, I start a course and I finish it. It's my pride and I like it. And it's an energy. It rests on my people as well. So some of these people, I'm sure they didn't even know that they could stretch themselves in any particular direction, but they were getting results because they did what we asked them to do. So I'm asking literally all of us, please. Okay. I'm asking literally all of us, right, to start paying attention. Okay. So somebody was saying, I still don't get when you're saying positioning. What do you really mean? A lot of you show up on LinkedIn, right? And you just show up and just pick up something and say you're very good in it, right? And if you pick up something randomly and say you're very good in it, you will not know the language of the niche. Some of you, even when somebody enters your DM and is asking you a very specific questions or background questions in some of those conversations, you won't know. So for us in brand positioning, in the brand monetization camp, is not the one that they are telling you fake it till you make it to. I've warned everybody, anybody that comes around me, heck, we're not faking nonsense, because guess what? Everything can be learned. So why should you be faking it when you can just block maybe 2 nights or 3 nights and you get it done? So why should you fake it? So we go from inside out. Once you figure out your why and lots of conversations around your ICPs, you start seeing yourself in how your clients will see you, and you start showing up like them. That is real positioning. Is not the one that most of you always learn. The one of just come up and say this, maybe post about this, then maybe you go and do a profile makeover, which is still very good. That's the outcome part. And that's why we have Joseph also on board. He will talk about that. But I always say, if you don't fix it, you won't even know what to give them. When people who optimize your profiles work with you, I see a lot of banners are very empty. They're not even telling any story. They're not telling any form of direction. They will just make you to, beauty. You just have one glowing banner. Then you just sit down like this, you pose, which is very good. The position, that particular posture is still lovely, because if you have a very excellent profile picture, it can stop a show. But when people come and hold conversations with you, and your knowledge positioning, that is your brand knowledge positioning, is literally zero. No matter how beautiful your what did they call it, your picture is, it's literally almost zero. So I say it again, I tell my community people, because of how we learn, we tell you consistently, jump on calls. Your clients are looking at you, you're looking at them. They are looking at you, you're looking at them. And you cannot jump on calls if you've not fixed your foundation. And that's why a lot of people would rather want to be texting back and forth. And trust me, a lot of people, if somebody really has your money, he will not even have time for all that, except maybe it's one VA somewhere handling that person's account, right? Which you still have to be interviewed and all that. It's still part of positioning to show up at interviews and you're looking them eyeball to eyeball. After all, they are not in your room, and you take up opportunities. That's because audacity is also part of positioning, but you cannot be audacious except you take in. And you don't know what to take in except someone helps you, especially for your niche. If you notice everything I've said this night, one of the things I realized that most of these short burst courses does is that you see here and there all the time, right? You just hear general things, or the coach teaching you from their own perspective of what can work. But for you to get result for yourself, you have to work. And that's what we do. Literally, we face you like personally, and then we make you work the work. We help you work the work, except for the people who, of course, book for my done for you, where I can literally do everything for you and send it over to you, and then you start your process to monetization and all that. That is entirely different, but not of course, if you have to be a part of the camp, you have to do it yourself. But then, of course, we have Phoenix Gate has an agency as well that does everything for you. So if you're a founder or you still maintain your 9 to 5 and you're too busy, you can't do anything. You pay for the done for you, and then we'll do everything for you. Fix your positioning, everything, your content, everything. So your profile, everything. Of course, we'll introduce you to um more top-notch people as well in our community. We also have VAs that can handle your account from the community, so you just be fixed. If you're very, very busy, no problem. We're here for you as well. Okay. So let me see. So some of us who are already having questions, you can ask questions. I think we have one of our speaker ready. We made today an open mic. I'll still be releasing this promise to everyone. We made today an open mic because we wanted everybody to have a chance at sharing their journey as well, asking questions or anything. But like we said, a lot of people want opportunities to fall on them like ripe cherries, and on God it will happen, but you cannot determine the frequency. For us in the brand monetization bootcamp, what we do is that we want revenue to be repeatable. That means you should be able to know exactly what to do. For me, I tell my community members a lot. If I jump on call with you, I will get the job. What will make you this audacious? Like if I jump on an interview with anyone, I will get the job because I know what my people are looking for. I've stayed with my ICP. I've stayed with it. I've stayed with it. I've stayed with my market. I know their language. So those are the part of the things that can, of course, this is just a part and pieces of positioning. Is not everything. Okay. So let me see. So if we have questions, we can already start asking once our our next speaker is ready. I think he's very busy. Joseph, are you sure you can handle this? I know you can hear me from where you are. Are you sure you please? I think you should get a building or something. I don't want anybody to snatch your phone somewhere. I beg. If it's we're still here, we're still here, right? You can send me a DM. Send me a DM on WhatsApp, or yes, a direct message on WhatsApp. So that because I usually don't like talking on the road. He travels, so he's literally on his way. Let him just settling a bit. Then we'll come back in on him. Yes, awesome, awesome, awesome. So I love what Junaid said. He said real positioning isn't just this is another thing someone just said. Now Junaid said true positioning isn't just about being seen, it's about being remembered as the only solution to a specific problem. And if your profile doesn't instantly communicate your unique value, you're just part of the noise. So I'm hoping that a lot of us are seeing this thing before anyone tells you that, oh, just post. That's positioning, just repair your profile like this. So in all these things, I hope so far you can hear what we've been saying. You must build specific for your niche. Now, this is the other part that most of you don't hear. Some niches are dry and there's nothing you can do about it. But you are a part of that niche. Some niches are dry. You can try to, make it fun, anything. If most of the people you serve are founders or CEOs that don't use LinkedIn as much, or founders and CEOs in your niches for your region, because these are the things that other coaches don't talk about. It's possible that you're on other regions, they have these people a lot. Maybe you showed up on LinkedIn and you just saw somebody doing very well in the US for a particular niche. You just went, copied the person's banner, copied the person's problem that he's solving, copied everything. Well done. You stay 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months. You will not get an opportunity. And it's not a curse. It's because maybe the CEOs that are in your niche that would likely, that the algorithm will likely push your post to, Maybe don't even use LinkedIn. This is me again speaking to some of us Nigerians, right? Some of the founders we want to work with, the people who are very lucky are people who work with SaaS founders. That means software as service. Most of them they like LinkedIn generally, but there are other niches that don't really build widely on LinkedIn. So we talk about hospitality, like, or people who are into the catering or the fashion business. You're into fashion and you're posting every day, and somebody's just telling you just be posting. Then you now, after 2 months, you just say, heck, you now just copy another person's profile. Then you say you're a visibility coach. If there's, and even if you don't take anything from me today, I hope you're hearing so that you go back to the drawing board. Like we said, we have a camp. So if you want to join us, wait for the announcement, right? I will show you exactly how you're going to come in, but please don't miss this. So when you are showing up and you're seeing other people blowing up, most people who blow up serve LinkedIn. Hear me and hear me again. Okay, so let me even wear my glasses properly, right? Most people who blow up serve LinkedIn. Most people who blow up serve LinkedIn. So first of all, you're going to ask yourself, what is your niche? Okay, I think I'm saying too much. My chief, Joseph, if you're ready and you found the safe place, let me just let you talk, right? Um, let me just let you talk so that we'll come back. So all the questions, please, if you have any question, right? Please just just lay the questions. Let me see if one of our coaches ready. Would he will talk. I have another one speaker left. You know, our amazing Susan is also here. In fact, Susan, when we were preparing for this event, we spoke for almost 1 hour because I knew that there were certain conceptions that she needs to tell you, because I know what she's going to talk about anyway. But I want us to all, adjust so that we can get better. So let me give Joseph, your camera is not properly placed, but if you're ready, I know you can hear me. Once you're ready, um, you can let us go, or you can just turn off your camera. Don't worry, turn off your camera. Provided the place is okay, I'll be here, so I'll be here with you. Okay,
All
so please,
right.
everyone,
Okay.
let's welcome Joseph. Can we all just comment in the comments? Say welcome,
All
Joseph.
right.
Welcome. Okay, thank you
All
so
right.
much. Okay,
Good
over.
evening,
The mic is
everybody.
yours.
Good evening, everyone. I don't know if you can hear me. If you can hear me, can I get an affirmation in the comments? All right. All right. Thank you so much. Actually, I've been on the road all the way from United Abuja Emirates. I'm currently in Enugu State, Nigeria. So it's been a long journey. Right. So I had to like stop somewhere right now so that I can actually get on this call, because I know if I should continue my journey, we're not going to. You guys might not see me today. So that's one sacrifice I had to do. All right. So first of all, I want to say a very big thank you to you, Mother Eagle, for this opportunity. I don't take it for granted, because sometimes when people call you up, it's not is a sign of appreciation, one, and of course a sign of respect, because for someone that will call you up will not just want to call you up just like that. So I really appreciate that from you, Ma. And of course, to everyone in the house, I really appreciate your presence today, and I believe you're going to learn a lot. So I'm going to be sharing my screen. I don't know if that's possible, because there is I want to make sure that before we leave here today, we learn something really important. So Mother Eagle, is it possible for me to share my screen? Is it possible? I can't hear you. Is it possible?
I was muted. I normally would mute when anyone is speaking. So I wish you had sent it to me earlier, because I don't think you can share from your own end. But make an attempt. Let me see. But you can't. I have to be the one who loads up the slides. That's how StreamYard works, right?
Okay, okay.
So
All right. So
I
the thing
wish you
is, I
sent
can
it.
actually go ahead with it. So let me just go
Okay,
ahead,
go ahead. Okay,
because
go ahead.
I'd love to share PowerPoint. All right, all right. So this my discussion today is going to be very interesting. So if you're with your paper and pen, I want you to write out a few things, and it's going to be titled the LinkedIn game. Okay, this journey, right, on LinkedIn, I want you to see it as a game, right? You're a player in this game, and the goal is for you to win. And of course, when you're winning, you're advancing. All right. And it's very important that you learn how to play it the right way. Okay, so first I would want to talk about this thing about LinkedIn. LinkedIn game is a game of visibility, value, and global opportunity. Because the goal is, you're starting as a beginner. Many of us here are actually beginners. Some of us are, we are counting our 1 week. Some of us are counting our 1 month. Others are counting 2 months. Some are even counting like 3 months, right? Depending on what stage you are currently. The thing is that when you're starting this journey, we might actually feel some kind of way. It's not like we might, we actually feel some kind of way. Sometimes we ask ourselves, are we really up to this? What's LinkedIn about? What's the journey all about? And all those questions keep popping up in our minds. So, right, today we're going to try to see how we can solve some of all these puzzles in these games and see how you can get more clarity. And of course, you can actually position yourself better for opportunities. Because as many of you know, I am the pin guy on LinkedIn. I help people to, build their brands on LinkedIn. I help you to position yourself better for whatever role you're trying to position for. I help you to position yourself better. I also give you career advices on LinkedIn on how you can actually position yourself for job opportunities, for clients, inbound leads, and some other things that you actually need and you can get access to on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a whole big space. Trust me, nobody's going to be waking up. A normal human being will not wake up from, let's say, some people that wake up by 5 a.m. Some people will not wake up by 5 a.m., stay up 6 a.m., stay up 7 a.m. just for nothing. The goal is that the truth is that LinkedIn is working. That it's not working for you does not mean that it is not working. You just don't know how to use it well, or probably you've not gotten or you've not that breakthrough on LinkedIn. But now anybody can win on LinkedIn. That is the absolute truth. Anybody, emphasis on anybody, anybody can win on LinkedIn. The only thing you just need is you need that motivation, that drive, and of course you need to keep learning on the go. Because trust me, if I was not that person or I wasn't that person that wanted to learn, because many of us think we are all sufficient on our own. We think that we already know it all and you cannot learn from any other person. If you start thinking like that, trust me, your growth will be stunted. And you find yourself, you will still be on that particular position and people are already running miles after you. Like away, like miles after you, like you're not even coming close to them because some of them even started later than you did, and they're already doing so well. But I will tell you some of the tricks you need to understand here on the platform, right? And number one is you need to understand followers. Number one, your followers, the audience, and of course the trust. All right. But before I go into all these particular aspects, I want to just talk about this particular game we are playing right here today. This LinkedIn game that I'm trying to share with you is a 20 game kind of thing, but I'm going to just limit it to three levels, like the three levels we're going to be talking about, and that is the level 1 to 3. I told you it's a 20 game kind of thing, but I'm going to talk about the level 1 to 3. And the level 1 to 3, many of us are in this level. The level 1 is the confused player game, the confused player parts. The number 2 is the profile fixer. The number 3 is the starter creator. And number 4 is the struggling poster. The number 5 is the learning player. But the first one, which is the confused player, is where some of us are currently. Many of us are still at that place where we're asking, what is this platform about? What do people do on LinkedIn? Does it really even make sense? Should I even start? How do I start? What niche should I go into? All those things. Sometimes you don't even understand how the platform works. You're asking yourself, what is connection? What is followers? What is your first degree connection? What is second degree connection? What's all those questions keep coming to your mind. You don't understand anything right on the platform yet. And that is actually okay. It's very, very okay. But now, what you need at this particular stage is 3C's framework. I call it a 3C framework. Number one is the clarity part, credibility, and of course the connection part. Clarity is the part where you sit yourself down. Nobody will advise you more than yourself. Trust me, we can stay all here 24 hours, and at the end of the day, you will not even get any good motivation to take you home. But the thing is, when you sit yourself down and tell yourself, bro, I'll be Mr. Anyone you call yourself, I need to succeed on this. I need to win here. People are winning. I don't have, like, I wasn't cursed, right? And I know I can actually do this. So you tell yourself, can I get clear on what I actually want to do? You cannot do everything. When I started LinkedIn, I'll tell you a very short story. When I started LinkedIn, I was one of the most confused creators very sincerely speaking, because I had a lot of skills. I am a videographer. I do video editing. I do graphic design. I'm a medical radiographer. Outside of that, I also write. Outside of that, I also do what they call this. I also create ebooks. I have like couple of skills that I do, like things that I do, and some I also do AI content creations and so many other stuffs. And the truth was that when I came, I didn't know where to exactly place my foot at. So if you check my LinkedIn back then, my 1 month on LinkedIn, my banner was literally just a statement that said professional in every job. Like I was telling everybody, anything you want, just hit me up. I am there for you. It was very crazy. But it is not that I'm just telling myself, like, bro, you were just very confused. And many of us are currently at that stage. Because number one, many of you don't even have a banner that correctly, when I mean correctly, states the value you offer. Because some people can actually have banner, but in that banner, it even confuses the clients even more. And some of them, because the truth is this: if a client gets confused with your banner, with your profile, trust me, they will not even want to stay to see your about section and all those other write-ups you even have, even your feature section. They will not. But you have to really learn how to position yourself better so that when anybody gets into your page, they will want to stay. You understand me? Many of you don't know that one of the most important parts of LinkedIn is the page views, right? Is the page views. Many of you, if you know this, trust me, you will see the more reasons to actually build your portfolio, like I mean your profiles better, so that it will stand out. Because when a profile gets more view, trust me, you're going to be getting on searches for connections. They'll be giving your page out to more people to view. And of course, it increases your visibility. That is one other thing that it does for you. Very, very important. So what I'm trying to tell you right here on this aspect of positioning, like as a new person, is gain clarity first. Gain clarity. What exactly do you want to do on LinkedIn? Do you want to position yourself as a nurse? Do you want to position yourself as a graphic designer? Choose one thing. You can actually do two things. Very, 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 very possible. One has to be um your major skill or your major let's say role that you're carrying out. Other ones can be subjective, like maybe let's say maybe that might be the base of whatever you're doing. Maybe it might not just be that obvious, but the main one, that is that one particular one. And always, Dr. Vivian always says something. There are some niches, that's a fact. There are some niches on LinkedIn that will not thrive, that will not even pass your own profile. Because some of these niches you see, right? LinkedIn can actually take your businesses far. But there are some businesses that you basically might not be able to do so well on LinkedIn, and that is the total truth. So you need someone, probably a mentor, to actually advise you on some of these niches. That is to guide you through the clarity stage. And I'm very glad for what she's currently doing, the brand monetization stuff she's doing, where she's gathering a lot of creative minds to train them on, brand creativity, how to monetize their brands and other things. And that's really a kind of platform you should really get yourself into, especially when you're starting out on LinkedIn. Very, very important. Okay, so I would talk about positioning. Also, many of you start up LinkedIn and you're already copying people. You're really trying to be like one creator or the other. You're trying to, maybe you see somebody's create post and you see like, this post is doing well. Or yeah, let me copy this post from word to word, and you copy and paste. That is not how it works. When you're building on LinkedIn, you have to be creative. You have to be unique. You need to tell yourself, I am not here to copy people. I want to grow in my own way. The truth is, you can actually learn. You can learn. You can build on other people's grounds. You understand me? You can see, maybe let's say you can see Mother Eagle's post, and you'll be like, Mother Eagle's post, I really love her style. And you'll be like, oh, she can be my mentor in this. And you reach out to her, ma, how do you create your post? How do you do this? I love your style of posting. And she will guide you. But copying her post word from words, or copying everything about her, will not make you a unique creator. And that is one thing that will even make you to lose interest easily on LinkedIn. You also have to choose your style. Some people on LinkedIn as teachers, that is what you need to understand. Everybody is not alike. I am totally different from Mother Eagle. I'm totally different from other creators that you are seeing here. Everybody is different. Everybody posts different. That's why if you read some of our posts, you see the uniqueness. You see how we all create our stories. You understand me? Some people are here as teachers, some people are here as storytellers, some people tell stories so well that you will get to even start laughing in the middle of reading their post or while you're reading their post. Some people are here as authorities, right? They come here with that vibe of I am the authority, I'm the leader, I am here to guide you. Some people also come here on LinkedIn as entertainers. You understand me? So you have to choose your space. You understand me? Some people, their posts, most of the reactions you see on their posts are laughing emojis. Why? Because people see them as funny creators and they're already making so much waves. And that is their own unique path. So choose your own path. Choose whatever style you want to come up on LinkedIn with and drive with it. Very, very important. I use, if not because of how this is structured, right? I used to have this personal assessments kind of stuff where I give people a LinkedIn personality check to know which kind of creator they will want to be, or they are, they are they are they are wired to be. It's more like all this personality check kind of thing, but it is based off for LinkedIn. So you see, you will now know where you have more chances of building or how your content should actually flow based on your personality. Because the truth is, if you don't base your post with the kind of personality that you currently have, trust me, you will struggle to write posts. You will only try. Many of us use ChatGPT, and trust me, some of the posts we even make are not even with our tones. They are not even in the kind of words we speak. Somebody will see you off LinkedIn and will be like, "Sorry, is this you?" Like they already get confused because you sound so different. Maybe on LinkedIn you're very authoritative, or you give that vibe of maybe I'm a leader, I am a this, but off LinkedIn you're looking so different. You understand me? You understand me? So you have to really position yourself for who you want to be on LinkedIn. You understand me? So now the second part I'll be talking about is the profile optimization space, because here on LinkedIn we are trying to attract the right audience. We're trying to attract recruiters. We're trying to attract CEOs, founders, and people who are needing our skills. You don't want to just come up on LinkedIn and we are not giving that energy, or people are not even, or probably when they search a particular keywords, we are not appearing on their searches, or we are here as graphic designers, and the more you post, the less people see you. Some people's posts are like that. The more they post, the less people see. It's really, really funny. But if you position yourself better, trust me, you will you will see yourself in better places where the people who need your skills will actually find you. And that is number one, profile picture. Because profile picture is like a 1 second, it's like one of the fastest way people find you on LinkedIn. If you don't know this today. It takes 1 second for someone to see your profile picture and like you and want to actually view your profile. Sometimes if you make a comment, if your profile picture is very attractive, somebody will click on that profile picture and it already gives you a view, and from that view they have some retention time on your profile. From there they can even check out your headlines, check out your about sections, and we've heard a lot of stories of people who get jobs from comment sections. This is not the first time, and of course it's not even going to be the last time. A lot of people get jobs on comment sections. So another thing again is your banner. If your banner, as Mother Eagle said, some of your banners are literally crying for help. Like I won't lie, they are literally crying for help. So you need someone to literally help you out on that. So, and when I mean you need a banner that literally explains and tells what you do. Some banners are so weak. Just like I told you about my banner that I had when I was starting out. I said professional in every job. You understand me? Some banners are so weak. They don't drive to anybody. They don't speak to anybody. The, it doesn't, because literally you're literally speaking to so many people. You don't know the people that are supposed to even be your potential clients will come and they will not find themselves in your in, in your space, or they will not find themselves needing your services because you are not literally speaking to them. So you need to also work on that. Your headline too is also a very strategic point. These days many of you set up headlines that are not even searchable. Headlines that it will take the grace of God for you to appear on any search of a recruiter. You understand me? So you need to work on this. Also, your about session is another powerful space, because some people will want to know exactly what you do. Maybe you've convinced them from your banner, you've convinced them from your profile picture, your headline, and of course, they want to see, okay, can we know more about this person? Maybe from there, some of you don't even put about session, some of you don't even put a call to action and all of that. So some of these things are the things you need to work on. And of course, your future session is very, very important. This is one of the part of my LinkedIn. This is one of the things that actually helps me on LinkedIn because many of you don't know even up to today how to add links on your feature section, how you can direct people from a feature section to come into your DMs to reach out to you. Some of you don't even have a way of people reaching out to you if they even need your services because you don't have your emails. You understand me? So these are some of the things you'll be like, and you'll be asking yourself, why am I not getting clients? Why are people not reaching out to me? Some people don't even cannot even reach out to you via LinkedIn DM because you are based on they are not your first degree connections. They cannot reach out to you via LinkedIn DM, and you don't even have an email where they can reach out to you. You don't even have a WhatsApp connected to your future session where they can reach out to you. So trust. So where are you trying to get the job from? Is it from your dreams or like how do you plan doing that? So these are some of the things you literally need to sit down to learn, and you don't learn this in one day. That is why events like this help us to strategize better, helps us to build ourselves better, and of course helps us to win on a platform that is as difficult as LinkedIn. Trust me. You understand me? And I will say this: if your profile, like your profile picture, I've seen a lot of profile picture. I will say this, and I'll be very serious with it. If you check your profile picture, and your profile picture is blurry, like it is looking like CCTV camera, or it's looking like maybe some of these POS machine taking kind of pictures, or those one I used to take, they used to go and do like NYSC kind of picture that they would take, and your pictures are looking so um, I'm I don't know. I'm way big. That's the word. I'm way big kind of picture that does not even reflect a strong personality. Please go and remove it. Or some of you take pictures, some of your profile pictures are group pictures, you and your friend. Like, who is the person? Like, who are we supposed to give the job to? Is it you or your friend? Or some of you that you have poor lighting, like your background of the background of your profile picture is dark. You say you are black in color. Like how? Like how do you want to win? Like how would they recognize you? So these are
You've
some of
not
the
even
things you
ta-
need.
you've not even said the one. Sorry to cut you in. The one that I've seen two people on LinkedIn. I've seen two people on LinkedIn that use AI photos, and those AI photos are exactly the same thing. Like two people. So in case like it's not like it's bad though. Like I'm pro AI. There are many things. Of course, we have part of our brand monetization school is also AI automations. So literally all the things we do, that's how we get very fast. I've seen two people. I don't know how many of you remember two people who have the same AI photos. So I don't know whose face. I don't
Actually,
know who
you
has the face now.
see,
Meeting both of them. We don't know who has the real face. So please, though, I know that why this AI crave. I think maybe the person used ChatGPT, Sha, because before then, ChatGPT's photos used to have this similitude. But I don't know if they've been able to work on their profile photo. So if you are here and you know that your profile photo is from ChatGPT, just be sure that somebody else doesn't have your face. That's just the thing. Thank you so much,
exactly,
Chief, for that
exactly.
amazing.
Yeah, exactly. And also, you need to even know whether your profile picture looks like. It's not when they will tell you, "Can we get on a call?" And somebody will be looking at, please, sorry, like, am I onto this person because they are looking so miles away apart. You understand me? So of course you need to put up your best picture and of course your portfolio because sometimes nobody will want to come to your DMs in the first instance. They want to see what works have you done because coming to your DMs, some people coming to your DMs takes a whole lot. You understand? They don't want to just because they are CEOs, they are founders, they are big people. So they don't want to just come there without not having to want to work with you or wanting to know more. They want to check out the works you've done. So you should be asking yourself, do you have a portfolio to show what you're already currently working on or something you've already worked on? Do you have testimonials to back up your claims? Do you have your CVs? Do you have projects that you can show for? All these things are some of the little things that we skip in this process that will eventually position you for growth. You understand me? So, and lastly, I think probably my time must have gone. And that's why I told you that this is a 20 level stuff, and we are currently in level 3. So this is the third level, and I'm very sure that we are already getting value. And this is the content strategy. Some of you, I cannot even read your comment, like your contents. That is how bad it is because your contents are so long. They are looking like articles. They are looking like maybe a news post to describe the war between. Let me not mention what I don't know the LinkedIn this thing, sha, but they are looking so busy. The words are not spaced. They are just you're trying to share all the information. Trust me, People on LinkedIn, yes, I know they know how to read, but nobody's going to come and want to spend 10 minutes on your post alone. You understand me? So make your post understandable in the shortest time possible. I always tell people, if your post is not understandable in 5 seconds, if people cannot read your post and understand it in 5 seconds or 10 seconds, please delete that post. I am telling you with my full chest, delete that post. That is not a LinkedIn post. It is a post that will drag people to walk away and will make people bored because we are already facing a whole lot already in life. Some of us have not eaten. Some of us woke up from our beds and we are already hungry, and you are there showing us, you know, articles and all these things. So calm down. Butsu, if it's in Igbo, calm down. Rewrite your post, make sure that it is readable and is easily understood. Don't use too much grammar. This is for my medics, students that are in the medicals. Trust me, if you're on LinkedIn and you're already using too many grammars, too many terminologies, you're describing so many pathologies and telling people, this pathology is this, trust me, the people you're already speaking to are basically your fellow medics. Other people will not understand, and you might be getting only one like, and that is from one very beautiful friend of yours who decided to help you to like your post and probably never read your post but said, um, great idea, great post, and that is their only comment, and they'll walk away because your post is so. Oh, you are even talking about those people that even talk about, there are so many things. I won't want to, stretch it, right? But one thing you need to understand, your post must also have a hook. We've talked about this, and I'm very sure this is not your first time hearing it. If you don't hook people in the first few lines, trust me, you've lost them. And that is why I always say these things. You don't need to do too much on LinkedIn to win. All you just need to do is learn. Like, calm down to learn. Learn from the right people. Of course, people are here to learn, not just to learn. They are here to get their problem solved. So if your post is not solving a problem, your post is not showing any lesson, or you are here to just come and while away your time, trust me, you're just beating about the bush. You are not doing anything basically. Or some people that post congratulatory posts from beginning to the end, no value. Or some people that post good morning is or motivational post from beginning to the end, and your post is not adding value. Trust me, people will get bored. People will get tired because you're not saying anything different. Motivations, no, they give money. Motivations don't make you grow wise or get better. Motivation will make you better actually. That's if you know how to channel it well. But they will not add
Yeah.
you money to your pockets. Do you understand me? So know how to write your posts better. You understand me? And of course, the consistency system. I always say this also, very, very important. Your consistency system should be top notch if you want to grow on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is one platform that if you're not consistent, the algorithm, first of all, will give you a red card. Like if it first of all, to give you a yellow card. Second, it will give you a red card, tell you, bro, we don't need you anymore. And the day you algorithm replaces you, trust me, the struggle will be real for you. The struggle will be real. So you need to work on your posting times. Give yourself a specific time. Don't tell me you are here to you post from six to seven, anytime from 6 to 7, or anytime from nine to 1 p.m. in the morning. You post that. That is when or whenever you like, you decide to post. No, have a posting time. My posting time is 5 a.m. For the longest time I've known now, I've been consistent. I know a lot of us here that have other posting times, and you've been consistent with it. So be consistent. Of course, also post consistently. How you can sometimes, one of the things that makes us not or you sometimes wake up in the morning and you'll be like, oh, today I don't want to post. It's simply because number one, you don't have a content strategy. You don't batch your content. You don't even schedule your content. That is why sometimes you're supposed to post by 6 a.m. but by 6:30 you are still struggling with network so that you're supposed to go live. So these are the small, small things you need to work on to help you position yourself better. I wouldn't want to go far
Thank
with some
you
of these
so
things,
much,
right? So
sir.
thank you
This
so much
is
for listening.
amazing.
Right.
Thank you so much, sir. I am so honored to have hosted you. Excellent conversations right here. I hope all of us, a lot of us are having documentations because I told you guys I would delete this post. For some people who are just batching in, coming out, they are deciding if they're going to stay here or not. You probably didn't come early, and I still say it again. I'm going to delete this event as soon as we're done, or as soon as we're done collecting information. Those people who are collecting their gifts, get their gifts for the comment section, then I'll delete it. Okay, so I want to celebrate. Please, let's celebrate him. Thank you, Koje. Please, let's go ahead all over the comment section. Let's celebrate him. Thank you, Pink, the pink guy. And please, he was also the person who worked on my profile. If you like him to, work on your profile, please do well to reach out to him. It will be of utmost honor that a lot of you come from here to meet him for fixing that aspect. So I wanted to also maybe add a little conversations, when he was talking about some niches and medical terminologies for medicine. Again, I've seen a whole lot of creators who are building for visibility in quotes in medicine, but they are wanting other creators to, simplify conversations so that other creators can comment. First off, I'm going to say this is also maybe the deeper root of these conversations. Know who you want to, who your target audience is. The fact that creators are dancing in your comment section doesn't mean you will get any opportunity. There are people I know that are very visible on LinkedIn, especially in the healthcare space. I know they have never gotten a gig. If they think I am lying, they should send me a DM after this event and fight me. That's because, again, like I say again, not all niches. You don't, even if you come and you're posting, simplifying, and you have not really sat down and ask yourself specific questions about your target audience and how you can convert. Because other creators can dance under your comment section. But I believe that the healthcare system, you can have LinkedIn as your headquarters. I've told my people, the idea is to get international opportunities, headquarters. But if you are a healthcare professional, the masses, you need traffic, and it's not this kind of LinkedIn traffic. Most of people who will benefit from the community, and I'm not saying that there's anything wrong. For me, if you are winning already, that's the first sign that somehow you simplified conversations. But I'm still saying that there are different aspects of medicine. I currently, in fact, one of my mentors is very big into research. He also has an app. He created something. I don't want to call the name because some of you might figure him out because it's a very big adventure. If once you click, you go straight to him. And I don't know if he's comfortable with that because we didn't discuss this before that. When you go to his post, research standard, he doesn't simplify anything. But guess what? The PhD, clients, the PhD founders, people who are doctorates, people who speak his language, they come to his posts and they see it. When he, produces any papers, he normally would serve his clients are PhD readers. The truth is, even if you're building visibility, the goal is to have a lot of people come on your post to dance around it. You know that generally the people around the niche you're serving might not be the ones that will be on LinkedIn for the longest. So yes, you can be having dopamine from all the likes and comments in your comment section, and people are saying, oh, you've just taught us one new thing. Excellent, beautiful. But if it's not translating to something convertible, that means people being able to call you to say, come and give this health talk, which will likely not happen on LinkedIn. It's not that it will not happen, it will happen. But I would rather, if you're into mainstream healthcare who is teaching, also do your videos like your life depends on it. Go and build on TikTok, go and build on Instagram as well. You need those kinds of grassroots visibility because that's where the common Nigerian healthcare founders, all those lazy ones, they show up every day, even if they don't care. Like every Nigerian shows up and they click on your profile. That was the main, I don't know, the fish hook Aproko used to grow even his LinkedIn account. First off, everybody in the grassroots had already figured him out. By the time he showed up on LinkedIn, he didn't need to convince us. If you notice most of his posts, it won't be trying to break down anything in healthcare. It will be wins of years of having served. So what you want to do is you post for the grassroots. Come here. I had an outreach in this. We treated this. You go from just teaching healthcare conditions to showing results. And I've told you guys, you guys are already making me say some of the things I didn't want to say. There are some niches that you need wins straight. And that wins come from stepping out. And most times, people can't bring you on board if they don't see you in those strangest of places. So when you see people, there was one conversation I also wanted to hold tonight. Thank you so much, Sunday, for stimulating this conversation as well. So I say it again, know where your your, your niche people are. That's number one. Then number two, hold LinkedIn because it's your HQ, right? LinkedIn is your, anything you do on LinkedIn, just make sure that you have a LinkedIn presence, consistency, showing up, just like everything he said. Usually all those things are byproduct of a mind that has gone beyond the basic teachings. And I'm telling you guys, you need to know specific for your niche, because even most coaches don't know. I'm telling you the truth. You have to know what works, else you show up, you even have 300, 400 conversations on, but you on God, 6 months, 1 year, other people will just be telling you be strengthened. You just be jamboring other people. They'll be getting opportunities. But because you're niche, you must know the how-to of your own specific niche. It is never generalized. So the reason why I'm talking about healthcare is that I've worked with lots of healthcare people and I've seen these patterns over and over again. In fact, one of them, I told her outrightly, I said, Madam, if you don't, I told her, you just be showing up. People will say, hey, thank you for teaching us headache. Thank you for teaching us vomiting. Who told you that that's how conversations be held for your niche? So I'm saying it again because some of us, we just like the easy way out. You have to do synthesis. Some of them are even revealed. You must do synthesis. Forget it. No matter what we teach you here, I told you, you must do synthesis such that some of the things that you even think are working, they're nonsense. Even the money you have not seen, you've not seen the surface of the monies that come to you, even specific for your niche. So visibility, the likes and the comments, excellent, but be sure that that is the main food for your niche, because again, we say one of the most beautiful things that can happen to you is to consistently have conversion. And I think I asked this question on my post today. Maybe let me also ask it in the comment section so that the comment section can be very busy. For your niche, let's ask a general question. 300 followers at the 300,000 followers and the grassroots. Remember, for some of you who came very early, I talked about regionalization in most platforms. In fact, I think X just announced it and some people were rejoicing. Apparently, they don't know the meaning of what that is. Regionalization means that your content will be shown more to the people from your region, from your countries. So it means that even if you're bragging with likes, comments, you might not have the results other people in your niche in other countries are having. Again, Chris Doe started as a graphic designer. The last time I saw him, I saw him talking to a client and he was telling the person, the next time you're going to have anybody on your call, please charge $1,000. And I went to the comment section. I said, sir, you didn't even ask her if she can design. He said, charge minimum of $1,000. But can we now say that proudly for ourselves? See, I want to explain what our platform is really about so that we don't confuse hustling with actually growth. I'm saying this now so that that's why for us in the brand monetization camp, we always balance both. And I've told you again, I've said it here, I've been shouting it from the beginning. If you only depend on inbound leads, knowing fully well the background knowledge of regionalization, you will know that will mean to the kinds of money that will come to you. I will slip this one under somewhere and I will not say anything further in that direction. May the Lord open our hearts so that we can see and understand. So I'm saying it again. Don't just show up and you're dancing around daily. You see, for your services to scale, you see that thing of you don't want to spend time elsewhere. It's a two things. What LinkedIn does is you have to choose two things. Either you spend time on LinkedIn to gain the visibility you need, or you spend time literally having roots so that when you show up, like it will literally be a flow of system to when you decide your pricing, why you're deciding your pricing, how to hold your packages, your system, your website, all this flow. You will just be dancing around. And like I said it again, one of the things I cast out from the brains of most of the people that hang around me is that hustling spirit. And I'm going to say it now. Maybe this will take me to that point where I'll ask about people. I think I said I was going to talk about the X exodus. Like literally almost everybody now on LinkedIn is now going to X because the goal is that there is monetization there. And I tell you, go with your full chest. I know that there's been a lot of creators who also said that, oh, if you say you're a monetization strategist, because there was one post that addressed it. So, and you say you're making money on LinkedIn and you're teaching people to make money on LinkedIn, why are you now going to X to go and make the money that is on X if you say you've been making money here? I know that that post was addressing somebody else. Of course, me, I'm not doing any of those hustling things on LinkedIn. I'm not on X, no. But let me tell you how why Exodus should just be part of the things that could be in your routine if you've gained clarity. Now I'm going to say this. You don't want to be on a platform where you are working for the platform. And that is what most coaches teach. I try to slow people down to get it first. Most of you hustling, you don't have clarity, but you will hustle every morning. So 6 months, you've not figured out yourself. Even what you call clarity is not clarity, because by all stands, when we x-ray it under conversations, you see that you don't even know what you think you know, right? And now next thing, people are going to X. You, with your lack of clarity here, you just think that maybe if you show up on X, Agama lizard, you know, I think it was Bishop Benson Idahosa that said an agama lizard in Nigeria cannot become an alligator in what did they call it, in the US or be in the UK. Now I'm saying this because most times what people do is they now see people hustling, they are having visibility. You too, you go and join them. You're just posting anything. Kai, today my neck, I didn't feel like showing up. Hey, day 3, my eye don't red, and people are just engaging rubbish. Sometimes I've noticed it. Most LinkedIners, you can quote me anywhere, find it very hard to grow on other platforms. But most people who conquer other platforms, when they come here on LinkedIn, we just embrace them with our full chest. We'll just be shouting around them. But you hardly find that, that smooth transition from LinkedIn to other platforms. That's because there's how the language of other platforms are. But you guess what? There's another thing around monetization that most people don't pay attention to, even on other platforms. Like if you come on any platform and you're giving value, whatever you're going to be monetized in is going to be different from people who go there to dance. It's called CPM. If you do YouTube, it's the same thing. People who do educative contents earn higher. People who do science contents earn even way higher. So that means if you do medicine, mainstream conversation. So you come on live, you're speaking jargons to your niche, big words. There are people who cannot listen to you until you say those words. So I'm telling why when I'm building my platform, I'm building people. I'm building you specific for your niche so that you don't think that engagement is a pass mark for excellence, even though it is very, very good. If you're serving LinkedIn as your primary niche, you need those engagements. You need it because most of the people who need to see you are on LinkedIn. You are serving LinkedIn. But so some of my problem is that some of you, your mentors. One day I went on somebody's profile. One of the things I noticed about her was that all her shares, nobody in her niche. There were all the shares that to show that, oh, these are the kind of people I'm reading about, I'm listening to. All her shares were one visibility conversation. And you think that the algorithm generally will not be taking note of the things that you're engaging with and be pushing you to where visibility people are. And they are pushing you. Like Joseph that came here, Joseph serves LinkedIn. So that's also why I found a little, holes in some of the conversations he said. But I'm saying it that you must know, except of course, if everybody on this life is literally serving LinkedIn, then we are by all means very safe. Very safe. The job will be less. But if you want to be a professional that can stand out anywhere in the world, hold deep conversations. You can't just, switch your niche or just do anything funny because you want to serve a platform. You don't do that. Please, I'm just saying it now, just in case these conversations, I just hope everybody that was has been in since then, so that we make sure that we don't make such errors. So if you're building, you must know your ICPs, you must know their language, know their thoughts, what they are thinking. Your goal is to speak to them. And I've told you, for some of you who are in very strong niches, you cannot depend on inbound. You cannot, especially those people who are not serving creators, you cannot depend on inbound. You're going to go into the marketplace. And I have so many gifts that I have. I don't know if Idema Faith is here. Kindly just share some of the quizzes, that I prepared. So if you are here and you want to take some of the quiz that will help you even find yourself, like I said, I've seen it over and over again. It's not like it's a pride thing for me, but I've just realized that a lot of people, including some of the people that you're looking up to, haven't even figured out this niche thing. Most times it ends in hustling, like in the end, oh, I have these 1,000 impressions, which is big and good for people who are serving LinkedIn, for social media managers, very good. But for you, let me tell you the truth, what people don't understand. That takes us back to the conversation of today. Either 2,000, dollars monthly, or 500 likes. And I can tell you, depending on your niche, you can have 500 likes and nobody in that likes and that comment you were actually supposed to serve primarily. That's the most scary part. And I told you guys, I started with this. I said, I know some medical guys who are posting every day, having engagements, but I can be sure this is me daring them. They should come to my DMs and show me money that has been sent to them from any transaction. So these are the kind of things that you should see and quick, because even the people that you're admiring, you don't know what is going on backstage. You don't even know what's going on backstage. So the truth is, when most people show up on LinkedIn, that seems to be like the main thing. But I'm slowing everybody down. Who are you here to serve? Do you even know them? What do they speak like? If it is that one like that hits you, and you're not serving LinkedIn, and that one like leads to a DM, and the person says, let's jump on a call, and the person jumps on a call, and the person pays you $2,000, $3,000. See, by the time you post, I have just been paid $3,000. Let me see that whether there won't be 500 likes and comments. What you need to do is what? Send screenshots, because some people will think that you're lying. Because of course you don't look like somebody that can make that kind of money with your likes and comments. So I've said it again. Everything he shared, I'm going to classify it under inbound leads, but there are other ways to make money on LinkedIn. In fact, somebody came to my DM the other day. I was telling me that, man, most of the people that I'm jumping on call on, they don't even have profile picture. They don't even have banner, but they are getting deals. I'm not saying, like, again, if you're from the African continent, you know that our own case is very, very special. What I mean by our own case is very, very special, I don't want to go those reasonable conversations, because it can even make me cry. I don't want to hold conversations in that direction. I guess this is what we've met on ground. And so we cannot afford to be light in our conversations. We cannot afford to be showing up like every other person to play. We cannot afford. There are many disadvantages already. Some people, once you send them DMs or they even see your posts, you've not been asking yourself. Some of them will purposely skip your post. And then, of course, if somebody skips your post back to back, LinkedIn will stop showing you. So you'll be wondering why you post and all your comments will be specific from a specific region of people dancing around you. See, it's telling you a story, but you're not paying attention. And is that how you're literally going to move into the million realm in millions? By having people dancing around you and you don't even know when you're growing or not. Well, like I said, this is also a very important what did you call it? Conversation this night, because I want a whole lot of us to start paying attention. I want deep rooted creators. Those are the kinds that I raise. Those are the kinds that I work with. So Face, if you're here, kindly send them the quiz. If you're interested in taking the quiz to know where you stand in your monetization, kindly just comment um quiz all over the comment section, so that I will send the link to the quiz so that everybody can take it. Then please, if you're just joining us, kindly repost. We still have lots of conversations here. Yes, we have about 40 minutes to go, so no problem. Like I told you guys, I have everything ready for you. So just comment quiz, so that after even the meeting, you can come back here, and then we can also follow you up to make sure that you have had our conversations. I think we took a whole lot of time in these conversations as well. So please, I am saying it consistently to you. Make sure that you are consistently growing the right way. The problem is that a lot of you don't sit down to synthesize your brand. And I said it again, your brand should be something that you should be able to speak about on a TEDx space. I'm not talking about just grabbing some niche just to exchange them for money. You should be able to hold deep conversations. And I tell my people, every time you jump on an interview, I think we heard what Catherine said as well. Once you jump on an interview, it's going to be literally a flow from the interview straight into the job, because there's no way you speak to people's pains and then you have proof so far. And then if you're here and you don't have a job yet, please just know that this you're not on LinkedIn. You cannot be here and you don't have a job now like this now. And that's also part of one of the major things that we're doing in the monetization book. I told you guys that you people saw our testimonials. Week one was my promise in my soul. Even though I remember that when I was making those confessions that day, I didn't tell you guys. I just promised that we're going to have results. And then I promised you guys to stay with me for the whole haul. But one of the things I prayed personally was that I wanted people having results in the first week. And you guys heard it. We had international opportunities in the first week. And it's just something we work over and over again. Okay. So I think I can see Susan. Susan, if you're ready, you can just let me know by waving, so I'll bring you on board. Please, guys, we have just a few more minutes left. Should we just talk for a few minutes? I'll quickly just share what I have on ground for as many that are ready. No, all you have to do is just comment quiz, right? It might not be clickable. It's LinkedIn's thing, right? They are protecting you. They're actually protecting you. So what we'll just do is once we're done holding conversations, like I told you guys, I'll teach people how to build a convertible um I'll help you, curate a convertible profile. One of the things he did was showing you some of the things you should do. But a convertible profile should literally lead people from outbound, like from your profile in. But I've told you, you cannot depend on that alone. I've told you guys about the regionalization of most platforms. And I think TikTok X has announced that that's what they want to do now. So they'll make sure that your content is going to be seen by specific regions. And so if you depend on that, that's exactly how your money bags will be. So all the people who are saying, just show up, so show up, that's why most times their announcement, may God forgive me, it's not like it's not negative. Oh. Even if you see $500, you know, go thank God. But for your niche, for the niche that you're serving, some of you, if you announce that $500, people will run away from you for the niche that you're serving. So if you're serving, your ICP are founders and many other things, and you're saying, I just landed a $500 client. Otilo, that client has gone. Maybe somebody was just in their decision phase and they see that, they walk away. But you can manage to do that if you're a LinkedIn creator who wants to sell courses to other creators, you can manage to put that on. But you can't put that on if the people you're serving you're looking at the future, you're looking at the international clients that should be paying you 10,000s, the 20,000s. You can't put up those things as posts. So some of the things people are dancing around is actually people dancing around and making sure that LinkedIn blows a post of people losing their jobs and their future collaborations. Like as people are saying congratulations, they're just pushing you to the clients that are saying no, 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 I can't work with this person. This one is looking for money. So I'm just saying it again. It's better you know the people you're serving and know some conversations that might be disadvantageous for your positioning again. So you can see that position is not just one thing. It's not just profile makeup. It's not just holding conversations or designing. Even in your content, just like what he was also trying to share before his time went out, right? Even in your content, it matters the kind of things you say to your clients. So I'll just give Susan a few minutes, and then because our time is fast spent, Susu, I told you to come in and you were cooking rice and beans. Please, can we celebrate her? Please, can we all repost? Let's have a lot of people come in. I think we've actually had different sets of people come in. Please, let's quickly repost so that we can have lots more people coming as well. Thank you so much for everybody who has been reposting so far. I think, let me see if I can just thank them publicly. Okay, so I think the last people. Hey, Elizabeth Joy, thank you so much. I celebrate you, Mama. Then who else? Solomon Indy Freka has always been a discipler. An amazing man. Let me just keep it that way. Then Nkechi, thank you so much. Nkechi Anna Ahanonye, thank you so much. Doctor Ifunanya Nze, thank you so much. You're amazing. Hope, I appreciate you. And Chinenye Wankwo, thank you so much, everybody who just reposted. Please help us do so that we can have more people hold these conversations with us. Okay, so over to you, Suzu. Please let's be as short as possible so that we just spent a lot of time. Please pardon me. Okay, so people are okay. So go ahead. No, your mic is muted.
What about now?
Yes, excellent. That's beautiful.
Okay. I thank you. Thank you everyone. Thank you, Mother Igu.
Yeah.
So good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are hearing me from. So when it comes to this talk about visibility and positioning, I love this talk a lot because I've been in this stage. I've been in this phase before. And I and Mother Igu, we had a conversation over the weekend, and seriously, it blew my mind. It blew my mind a lot. Now, when I came to LinkedIn, I actually had a different mindset. My plan was actually to get money. So I didn't even really have like a different, like the way many people say, okay, I came to LinkedIn because I was following the hypes or anything. I came to LinkedIn because I heard everybody telling me that there's money on LinkedIn. And again, there was this period I was having a series and couples of dreams. And my dream was like, I saw people, I've said this dream, I've shared this dream before, where I saw a lot of people around me, and I saw a lot of people saying, Susan, hire me, hire me. And seriously, I hated anything in the recruitment niche. Okay. I didn't like anything related to that because I felt it's just stressful. I hated when, because okay, my dad is in the academia, and I know how many times he came back home and then a lot of people are just disturbing his life. I felt it's the most boring niche and stressful niche actually. So I had no interest in going to that towards that niche. So I came on board on LinkedIn as a scriptwriter. I was very good at script writing. And then that's that period where you are on LinkedIn serving the wrong purpose, and then God is telling you are doing the wrong thing. No, okay. So I actually wanted to shift, but then I because I already had a background, I started working at a very early age. Yes, I started working at 16. So I already had background in all these. Like I was just switching from one place to the other because then they didn't know what to, my manager didn't know where to place me. So he moved me. I handled sales. From sales he moved me to business development. Like I was just doing almost everything, and that was what helped me to actually find my roots, because I was just doing everything, but then I wasn't really getting the visibility. Now, I've shared this story before. I worked at Dr. Stephen Akintayo's company, and in that place, I worked as a volunteer for 2 years. Nobody knew me. Let me just be sincere. Nobody knew me. Nobody knew me there. I was just like a ghost. Okay. So I just wanted to make sure that people see me because I knew that visibility was a currency. That is before I came to LinkedIn. So what I did was I kept writing things that were going to actually move the brand, because it was Stephen Akinta University of Wealth and they were into real estate. So actually I had no form of let's say basic knowledge in sales initially. So I really wanted that visibility, and I'd never closed anyone before. So what I did was I started researching on how to actually close difficult sales, because it was high ticket sales. I That's when I started watching books on I started reading books from people like Dan Lok. I watch a lot of videos from Dan Lok. If you are very good, if you want to actually master sales, that's one of the books, one of the videos on YouTube I highly recommend to, because that man is very dangerous when it comes to sales and marketing. So I watched all his videos because I just wanted to close people. So that 1 year into the job, or will I say into the volunteering role, I saw that they were just, you just hear this person has been promoted and given a job. And I was like, am I a spoon? Abi, am I a stick? What what am I doing here? They were not paying me anything. Even 5 naira, I was not seeing. Even money for data. You know, a lot of us have this mindset that we want to collect money very early. It's not going to work if you really want to go like build a long something that will actually give you the kind of reputation that will go far. Seriously, you can start with money. So I wasn't seeing anything for 1 year and I was so frustrated. Let me just be sincere. But then I was the person that was actually will I say, the face of everyone in my team. To the extent that in my volunteering section, they made me like the manager. I started managing some of the groups. So I started managing some of the groups that he did his launching, that is Billionaire Habits. I managed groups in Kenya. I started managing groups as a volunteer. But still, they were not seeing me. So it's not the matter of being good enough. You need to push yourself out there. So what I did was I now turned on my notifications for when leaders were having meeting. And then something just happened one day. Somebody just popped up. I didn't even know it was the personal business developer of Dr. Stephen Akintayo himself. Person just popped up and said he's looking for somebody. And this person, he's looking for people that are very good at sales and marketing. And he's looking for just few people. The moment he gets you on board, that does not guarantee, or that is not a yardstick that you are going to remain on the team. You are going to close high ticket sales, high ticket clients within just 2 weeks or more. That was when all what I've been learning came to play. So immediately, I had no experience actually. I just jumped in. And when I jumped in, I was in fact, the number one person that was calling this man at midnight sometimes, because I noticed him. I had to map out how to actually get myself visible. And I knew when this man was active. I started asking questions. Sir, how am I going to close this people? Okay, sir, what am I going to like? Do you know a lot of us have this pride, and that's why we're not going far in life. If you have pride, you will not go anywhere. You have to drop it down and ask questions. I asked questions, and the man now told me something. Said I'm the only person that has asked him a question on how to go about this. And so me and this man got close. I didn't even know I was talking to the personal business developer. Are you seeing how connection started? So I started talking with this man. I started telling me, okay, this is what you do, this is what you not do, and all that. Do you know, he gave me a lot of people to reach out to. I was doing inbound calls, and then I noticed something. There was somebody that I called that actually provoked me because the man was just insulting me. That's when I discovered that more people that are into customer service, they used to try. Because I called this man, and this man was like, I don't want to give you the money, just put off the call and all that. And this man started saying, because the according to these people, we need to close this sale, we need to close this client in 2 weeks, or we'll get dropped down, we'll get dropped off the team. So what I did was, when I called this man, I discovered that he was being rude. He was being like, the way he was talking to me on the phone, it was strange. And I had to go the extra mile. I then checked this man up and discovered that this man is not always active and all that. So I just came up with a message. I read a lot of books on how to like call it, hypnotize people and all those. Like, I learned a lot of crazy books just because I wanted to close people. So what I did was, when I when I discovered that actually this man was somebody that was going through something, I just came up with a content and I sent it to him. And when I sent this content to this man, I was shocked. For the first time, this man called me himself, not just on a normal call, on a video call. And that's when he started explaining things to me, that okay, his family is going through a lot and all that. His wife is frustrating him, his daughter is, do you get? And then I want to prescribe real estate to him, but I had to use wisdom. So he told me that his daughter is having a birthday and he doesn't know what to give his daughter, and his wife is like nagging every time at home. That's why at first what I did was I started listening to this man, and then I now asked him, have you tried to understand why his wife is nagging? Probably there's something that is bothering her and all that. He says all his family, like everybody's against him. Like the rich used to cry. Like he was telling me he's so frustrated. He's not even at home currently and all that. So after from time to time, after I got to know about most of his problems, then I now told him that, have you considered giving his daughter a gift that is going to last for a long time? And I asked, what is it? And I said, now, one thing about real estate is not a pressure. I'm not trying to pressure you into it, but one thing about real estate is that even in the future, give it even 5, 10 years to come, this girl is going to always love him for it. And he was like, it's very expensive, don't want to put in all his money and all that. And I told him that the investment is not actually very high. He can actually just buy a property or invest in just something minor, like not, he doesn't have to put all his money and all that. So that is how, after finished talking with this man, I was shocked. This man just requested for the link and everything, and that's how I wired this money. And that's how I made my first sale within 2 weeks. And it was strange because I was the only person on the team that was putting effort, and that's when the personal business developer of Dr. Stephen Akintayo requested for a call with me, and he said, "You are strange, and I want to invest in you." And that's when I started investing in me. That's when I started learning all this business development. To the extent I even got my license and all that. But it all started from somewhere. Because now, let me be sincere. In this world, if you don't have visibility, you will not get money. But then, if you don't have visibility, you know that nobody is going to see or buy from it. Then the best thing you are supposed to do is to climb the ladder gradually. And how do you climb the ladder? Read crazily. I remember those nights I was calling close to 500 people in a week. Like, it was crazy. It was crazy. I was running mad. It was looking like I was running mad because I was calling. Imagine at my age then, and I was calling people like on Monday, on Tuesday, on Wednesday. I was calling people on Instagram. I was pitching to people. Okay, but then it taught me all these things. It taught me to the extent that now if I want to reach out to 10 people in a week, I know how to reach out to them. I know what to say. I can't even remember when last I personally, like, I pitched myself on my post, but I get leads every day. Why? Because I learned how to get into people's minds. And how did I learn it? Because if you do not try, a lot of people are afraid of rejection. See, rejection, we used to chop it every day. Let me just be sincere. If you want to get visibility, you must be bold. You must wear rejection like a mask. Okay, every day you know that you're going to get rejected, but still try and try and try to the extent that you are visible. Because if you are not visible, nobody is going to buy from you. Okay, and I want to say this last thing, especially on LinkedIn. Just like I said, when I came and I discovered that, okay, I was supposed to be in the recruitment niche and all that, I didn't know what to post. Let me just be sincere. The first person I reached out to that actually helped me was Blossom. I was just even shocked that she was going to even answer me because she was getting a lot of followers. And I didn't, the last thing I expected was for her to even respond and all that. I told her I'm so frustrated though. I didn't even know what to post because I'll just see somebody will just post something, just see 500 likes. And I was thinking they were using ads or bots. To be sincere, I had to even call people and say, oh, my, this Blossom, they use bot too. But the thing is, when there was something she told me that stuck with me. She said, just enjoy creating content to solve problems. And seriously, I started looking for how to solve people's problems. And I discovered that one thing I enjoy doing very well, I enjoy solving, especially because I've been in the case where I looked for a job and I did not get. So I started creating means of getting of making people to get opportunities. I started connecting people and all that. I started using my internal cycle and those connections I had to connect other people, and I discovered that my content started sticking. Because the moment you learn how to solve people's problem, you start getting visible. So at first, I didn't even know people were noticing until when I just went off the platform for a few months during my dad's surgery and all that. And that's when I saw I just got a call that I was viral. And I was like, how did these people know me? Like, I didn't know people were even studying or looking at me. I didn't know people were actually following me. And then people started saying I for one of my teams they got jobs, and I didn't know it was actually happening behind the scenes. Okay, so like I said, just as much as possible, learn to solve people's problem, and the moment you solve people's problem, you get visible. So that's all I have to say.
Amazing. I love every part of these conversations and stories. Hey, God have mercy. If I had seen some of the conversations you actually had this night has already made me plot another graph. So maybe I'm going to advise as many people is always to build around the niche you already have results, and that's called the low hanging fruit. You don't show up and start building on along another niche. That is it's you still have to spend maybe another circle
Yeah.
again. So it might take a year, 2 years. That would be you starting at the bottom of the food chain, and you go through a lot. Trust me, you can. I like I said, I know that most creators are praise singers, especially when you keep, you know, displaying everything on them back to back, but that's how your money is also, and the opportunity that you would have used to serve other people in higher places can be going. Because another thing is that
Yeah.
most of your content, you find yourself addicted to solving problems for people who will not pay you. And that's why for me, I talk conversion also. But then I love every part of that story. If I were you when I showed up, I know exactly the niche I would have built on straight. Plus, I mentioned Stephen Akintayo for what? Who will not stop and listen? But then, of course, God has His own, plans
Yeah.
for you. And then I also think you still need to go back and introspect a lot. You need to go back and introspect a lot, which way God is leading you, like we talked about earlier. But I think one major conversation we all took out from here is start solving problems. You become visible when you solve problems for people. But I've also told you that is a catch. It's possible that you become addicted to solving problems to other people and you're not solving problems for your ICPs. So you can be on the app and everybody knows you and nothing literally comes to you. That's another painful part that most creators, even big accounts, don't talk about. And I think Samson eBay he's barely showed up on LinkedIn. January joined us, and by March had already signed. He has signed several clients, but his first ever clients, like on LinkedIn, was at least he made $500. I cannot, if I work with somebody and earn $500, I cannot even share it. But for him as a newbie, he can do it, especially because his niche is also serving creators. So you have to be very smart about some of the conversations you release. Some people can, like I said before she came up, some people can rejoice you out of your potential ICP. So you say I make 500, my first ever money online 500. Everybody say congratulations. But when we check your banner, you actually serve founders. So when the founders see you, they are like, okay, this person is happy about $500. Sky, no, this is not the kind of person I want to work with. I want to work with people whose whose asset under management is in the millions, because I want them to be able to hold conversations like people who are earning the millions, and I don't want such
Yeah.
things. So that's where you know that it's possible that you can actually be shooting yourself on the foot, even though everybody loves you and they are celebrating you. Okay, so I said it again. That's why you need to sit down and learn specifics for your niche, because some of the people that you're also celebrating, I've said it to you guys. There's how LinkedIn is, right? People who have more dwell time, that's people from the younger demography who spend more time on LinkedIn, are likely going to have more visibility. If you are married, you have kids, right? You might not spend as much time as the young guys do. So you cannot show up after a degree, PhD, and all that and think that you will not synthesize your niche. You just want to come and play the, oh, it's first day at work. You know, all those dramatic things that people do to get visibility. You know that it's not going to be for your niche. So again, this is me talking as a conversion specialist, right? It's possible that you can have visibility, but that visibility cannot make you any money. So that's why we will now compare. This is us maybe bringing the topic, $20,000 or 500 likes. And I tell you, Ford, if you are from Nigeria or any African country, just collect the $20,000. You can just announce it on Monday. I'm happy to announce that I've just bagged a 20,000 per month deal. And guys, I want you to celebrate with me. Hey, there is no force. If you like have 15 children, this is me
Exactly.
telling you. If you like have 15 children, like if you like don't even stay on LinkedIn after dropping that. You just need to have one active connection that saw it first and say
Yeah.
congratulations. That's how it's going to be rolling, because the next question will be, how did you make that $20,000? And that's actually how you can solve problems. So I'll say it again. You know that even there are some visibilities right now on LinkedIn, like in all its glory. Some who are writing. I think recently, one of our amazing creators that we celebrate said she got to 30,000 followers. She has never made money on LinkedIn. But you guys are
Ah.
jamboring under those. Yes, she was very transparent, and that girl, she's very, very truthful. She doesn't have a problem with anyone. I would have mentioned her name, but I didn't ask her for a permission. But she wrote it. For some of you, if you find it, you can even search on LinkedIn creator that did not make any money at 30,000 followers. She
Wow.
wrote it. I think it's her Wednesday post, either a Wednesday or Tuesday post. She said it outrightly, and she didn't lie. So another thing again, I'll say, just like what Susie said, don't follow the desperation aspect. Just make sure that you are paying attention to how you serve people better. Like I say, for me, if I'm building people, what I always love to do is I build it in such a way that you are able to stand out. That is what is my personal thing. I don't like that hustling spirit around me. Maybe also it's because of the phase of my journey. Other people can manage through that. Some of you will eventually figure it out. Some people, they might be 3 years, 10 years on LinkedIn, and they've never made $10,000. They can be making all these, their 100,000 on this thousand naira. It's not like it's bad, but we're also saying that we want you positioned for even something more excellent. And maybe that leads me to introducing some of the opportunities we have. Currently, we have opened, the Phoenix Gates Brand Monetization Academy. In fact, we call it Brand Monetization Academy because it's not the entirety of what we serve. We also have an agency where if you're too busy, you're a mother like me. I have many people in my communities who are serving excellently. They'll handle your posts, but we have to together work on your brand clarity first. In fact, I know a lot of people that will need this work. In fact, for some of you, I'm already seeing in the comment sections, I already know that you need a whole lot of work. My own is don't grow haphazardly. See, there are two ways I can do this thing. I can decide that I don't really care because my goal, my community people know what we used to discuss, right? My goal is that I just want to be reaching out to my excellent clients. I'm making my presence because I want to transition most of my LinkedIn is my HQ actually. I say it boldly. From next week, LinkedIn is my HQ. I show up on LinkedIn position for the people. So the part of my brand that serves creators will be serving creators, but my goal is me
Yeah.
on literally a common Nigerian's, presence because again, there's a whole lot of gap. Even you, Susie, that's why I didn't have a problem with your Exodus, but I was saying it again for all those people who are also building on X. Please don't go there and be farming engagement. You are embarrassing your
Yeah.
ancestors. Just go and solve problems. Even the first person who announced that Exodus, if you notice,
Yeah.
some of you are not even paying attention why she's doing well. Maybe let me call her name since it's not even a bad thing. Choma went on X. If you notice from day one, Choma had a tool she was selling. Choma had a
Yeah.
tool, like, so she was making money from the people on X. And then, of course, with her engagements, most times I'll in the midnight I'll see Madam don't tweet, don't tweet. I mean, whatever they call the name right now. And she's round the clock. She made money from her tools because again, another way to show authority is to have written something, produce something. So you
Yeah.
notice that almost everybody who came on this call, we put them under. There's somebody in our boot camp now, Ada Smiles. Ada Smiles has 20 tools in 4 weeks. You can't have that carelessly if you're not properly taught. So I'm saying it again. And even most of the creators I know, I just, like I said, I can't really help. The fact that you're visible doesn't really mean much, but I can't really
Yeah.
help you if you don't meet me and ask me what really will matter. Like me now, I can't engage the whole hours. I've passed to another phase. This is me also speaking to, you know, other, other people. If you are older here, and I'm talking about 30 and above, you're likely married, you're likely have you might likely have a child. It's likely because there are some people who don't bother so much about marriage, and here I understand. Or you're a man, that means there are many things that will be pressing on you. You are a man in your 30s, your 40s. You cannot come and be farming engagement. You need your conversion straight ups. There are certain things you should be doing. This is me now speaking to you. Don't come and be hanging around with everybody and assuming that because you're seeing 100 and 1,000 or 2,000 or 3,000 likes and comments, there is conversion there. What most of these people train you to do is to be visible for brand deals. But let me explain to you what brand deals really are. Is that you've not been able to synthesize yourself properly, that somebody will use your audience for you. And guess what? It is not bad. It is not bad. It is not bad. It's all part of business. But I'm telling you that you can actually, some of the things they pay you guys on one day. In fact, our last boot camp, I think we had over 47%. The first people who entered the first, the first, what did you call it? The people who put their head, that's the first group were were the people who got discounts. But the people who entered later, there was a particular course, and all of them happily paid because they wanted the results, like the results we've shown you as well this night. So I'm just saying it now so that you understand that by the time I calculated the monies I had and then see the joys and the results in the eyes of my students, there is no brand, at least based on reach. Now I'm telling you people again that there's a regionalization on LinkedIn. So it means that people
Yeah.
who are going to see you are likely going to be Nigerians. So even the founders who see you to get you on board because of your circle of influence, your audience are likely going to be Nigerians. So even me, self, there are some founders who have met me. I used to pity them. I used to say, Kai, you don't have to pay me. Oh. I'm serious. Some of you might be feeling, I'm serious. Some of you might be feeling like brand deals is where it all is. There are some people I jump on a call, I just say, Kai, sir, anything you want me to do for you, let me just do. I don't, the money you pay me, it's not going to be important to me. So one I asked, they said 180. I just said, 180. Then I'll go through all this stress. I just said, sir, anything you want me to do, just ask me. No, I'm serious. But then, people who have this, can have 5,000 likes, and that is what you cannot really build revenue on that. That's what I'm telling people. You can't build revenue on that except you sign a retainer deal, which is also very good. But I'm telling you that you can actually curate something that the world will celebrate you about. I've told you guys that already, and as Africans, I'm so sorry for people who are from other continents here. You're already disadvantaged. So you cannot come and be hustling. You have to be a creator. So when every time you hear leverage from me on LinkedIn, I be a business owner. Every time you hear leverage on me on LinkedIn, I'm not talking about the one that you'll be empty headed, then you are just positioning so that everybody will be seeing you, be having visibility that you cannot directly convert it to something. So at least I've been able to call people, people's names who I know that I've seen like what they are doing and I celebrate them. Please do that for your niche as well, right? Do that for your niche as well. Answer questions for your niche, and then we all do so well. So if you're helped now, just comment that I am an audacious ego. Let me just quickly show us some of the things that you benefit. For the people who want to join us in camp, we'll just start. What we'll do is we'll open a gate, a very small gate this night. For the people who want to join us, we'll open it, then we'll close it because I'm not even ready to take on people. I have one-on-one clients I want to work with. But usually every time I have an event, I want to make sure that I give people opportunities to already start, engaging with our materials, everything. I put them somewhere, they just join, and then they join the wait list. And usually on days like this, even though I announced this thing very late, I don't know, I just hope we didn't miss out on anyone, right? On days like this, I open it to the smallest amount you ever find it so that you can jump in and I give you an opportunity to make that decision. So let me quickly share a little slide. I'll show you something. I know you will remember, for us in the community, if you are in the community, say it's our year of audacity and cut your coat oversized. Yeah, and we said today we're supposed to wear oversized coats. Faith, please, everybody type faith in the comment section. Faith, I will fire you. I will fire you. So you did not ensure that we represented our brands. We're all supposed to wear oversized coats. We're all supposed to wear oversized coats. Okay, so let me just take us quickly to how you join. So some of you are visible, you're broke, you're my people, right? If you're an underpaid genius, that means your visibility might have gotten you many opportunity, but that opportunity is not something to write home about. You're still in this place where you need. For some of you who are craving clarity, that's you've not even started anywhere else. We had people in camp who were like 100. Like what he said, something started this year and then he made his, like, you know what it means to start this year and you're starting with $500. Me, when I started with $50, and yes, I was looking down on it, $50 per hour. I was looking down on it, but I also realized that when I showed up on LinkedIn, I saw people celebrating $10 per hour. I say, boot and shy. It's not so bad. It's not so bad. So I've told you, if you're not visible, so for some of you, you post and you're having engagement. You're my client. All of you, 2,000, 3,000 likes and comments, nothing to show for it. Even when it comes, it's, in the Nigerian level where you can't really do anything reasonable with it. You're my clients and I'm here to help you. And you've seen how we serve in the brand monetization bootcamp. One of the things we do is that we don't just let you come to our camp and tell you, 20 days, 21 days and just leave you hanging. God forbid. When you come into my camp, it's literally a year if you're serious. But like I said, if you are unserious and you play with my time, you know what is piao? Piao, that's how we used to remove people inside group. We used to remove people, yes. So, like I said again, if you're a solopreneur, you're a beginner, complete beginner, you don't know anything, right? If you're a coach, all the better. That means you're serving LinkedIn. In fact, one of my very good customers are usually the people that I can get, even I can get results in day one. Are coaches, yes, especially if they are serving LinkedIn. That one is the cheapest code for me. I can always help. I can always do that. Then creative experts, again, like I told you guys, every niche has the way they show up. Most even LinkedIn creators and coach don't even know it. So they will gather you, you're on the health niche. Everybody's saying keep posting. You're not asking questions. 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, no opportunities. You're still showing up and you're not asking yourself the questions. I've told you again, I have what I can do. So if your money is still incidental, so everything we teach in camp is like a system, and then we end at the ending, the last part of our camp with AI automation. So we make sure that whatever you do, like on getting clients, getting your leads, can be automated. So you see my banner, I write make you money while you sleep, revenue while you sleep. That's literally the top to bottom. So you go for some people go for AI automations bootcamp and pay 50,000, 100,000, and I'm telling you that whatever it is, we put them together. We do lead magnets, everything here, like everything. But the difference is that some people can tell you to create lead magnets and you create rubbish and nobody will bother. But me, I will know the lead magnet that will work and the one that doesn't work. And then, like we said, how we can push it to the end. For those who usually submit their assignments early, they're the ones who are usually my favorites. People who come early, they're usually my favorite. So if you have issues with pricing, you don't know how to price yourself properly, you have offer confusion, and then conversion anxiety. That means when you jump on calls, it's usually very and is an that's why a lot of you actually fail at interview points, because all those conversations are not yet aligned in your head, and even if they are aligned, you don't know the intelligent ways to actually cut out some conversation. That's one of the things we did in boot camp. There are some stories that will ask somebody to tell, and the person talking about this, say cut it out. This person doesn't need to hear. If you're meeting this person for this side of the conversation, this person doesn't need to know this part of it. And literally, that's what we did for almost everybody in camp. Okay, so and now a lot of people are asking, let me see if you were among the people that I caught any of your problems on my conversation so far. Kindly just write problems, problems, problem. If you know you have any of those challenges so far, just write problems, problems, problems. So let's see how we can help as well. Okay, so remember that if you're probably just showing up, we've given you a quiz that you need to answer that will also help you start that journey, right? Okay, so while I'm waiting, I know that there's a lag between the studio and the people online, so I will just say problems, problems. Now, there's another thing I would want to say for most times our camp. I've done a camp where I taught people every day for 30 days. Every day for 30 days. And guess what? The next time I was having another camp, everything I taught was nothing related. That's another thing. That's why most times I like to work with my people for the longest, because I am too curious to teach the same thing over and over again. Well, some people call it ADHD and all that. I don't have any diagnosis. It's just how I was wired. I love to learn every day. I will not rest until I've read one thing or the other. So it's not even about me trying to find solution or like go to no, is that wiring something has entered his brain. So even for the people in camp, we're supposed to finish our automation class. We have one more, I think, on Monday, but I have another thing to teach them because it just came up in my spirit and I added this to the curriculum. So that's how I work. You can never have two curriculums together back to back. We already have curriculums already ready. Okay, so I've been, like I told you guys, I think Joseph talked about how to fix your profile. This was part of the things I would have shared very fast, but our time is fast spent. So make your profile searchable. This is for conversion, right? Key search, rebuild your headline, but make sure that people find you and write a particular thing you want them to do. So if you see my headline, you see after writing all the things I said, I wrote take um either I wrote something, start your free something architecture quiz, and I wrote for for founders only, so nobody will enter my DM and want to. I have quiz for everybody. Then I have the audit. Audit is the one that people jump one on one with me. Those ones are my specific ICPs. Like I told you, I serve as a person, I serve as an academy, then we serve, you know, as a community. That's where Face is our, president of the community. Then we have I serve as a, a body online. That's where Christiana comes in. So for me personally, I have my personal clients that doesn't interfere with the academy. I make sure so that I'm able to serve excellently well with the students. So I've told you, if you're here, please rebuild your headline. But the question is, rebuild your headline with what? That is why, because I said again, some of your niches where you are serving, where you are serving, it's not what you should be serving when you're on LinkedIn. So I've told you guys, please stay very, very close, right? Before you get to all these points, make sure that I like at least I've been able to open up, portals. I've taught as much as within my power this night. And if I had more hours, you can ask our students. I I've taught for 4 hours straight, I've taught for 5 hours straight. I have that record. 5 hours straight, I didn't have any other teachers with me. For those in our boot club, we still have that material where everybody who joins the boot club gets to watch it. So, and I know people who have made thousands of naira. At least that one, the person sent me feedback. She watched the boot camp, I think around 1 a.m. Book club, around 1 a.m. in the night, and by 3 a.m. she had something, and then she sold it before morning. She had made thousands of naira, like before the day broke. That's what I say when I mean by I have a system that converts, and I'm not mincing words, right? I was born into sales. I don't know how to explain it. It's not the regular one that most people know about. I can't, like I said again. For all those people who have said that they have problems. So if you have problems, comment it with your full chest. And just like what I did on, last 4 weeks ago, 4 weeks plus ago, I still, all this conversation I held, some people who will take action will still take action. You can't beg anybody. Me, the most important thing that will happen to me is that I don't have anybody around me who is on serious. Me, my personality can't take it. So some people will call it ADHD. It's not mine. Or OCDs. I don't have it. I don't have any of those diagnoses. But I can tell you for sure, I cannot take rubbish from anyone. And for those people who say they have problems, you need those problems, because that is literally where your money lies. And I don't want you to be wasting time. I need you to just take action and let us move. This one is not a question of, okay, I did not show you. Even that last time I showed you people. This time around, I decided that, okay, since the last time I didn't bring them to talk, maybe because of the time we used to plan that event, I brought some of those speakers, some people who went through the camp, to speak to you while we were waiting on our speakers to come in. And I don't know, there's no kind of, I can't force anyone now. If you want to stay the complete circle, of staying online and just saying you figure yourself out and you waste another time, it's still okay, right? There's no problem. It's just maybe it's 1 year again, you spend 1 year on LinkedIn, you don't have anything. There's no challenge. The only problem is that, are there financial challenges that you think that if you take, what do they call it, action right now, it will solve? Like maybe you have a project for this year and you believe God that when you step out and you get clients who will pay you in thousands of dollars, you need to solve that problem, then you are in the right place. But I'm saying it again, don't come around me if you're not desperate for a change. If you want to feel that you've known so much, like I've told you, 100%, 100. That's because most of the things I learned, I did not learn it from just people's posts or copying anyone. I do a lot of synthesis. So by the time I come one on one with people, I realize that they know nothing about what they are talking about. And our students, they are here, so they can say, if all of them who said, oh, this is their brand, all those dramatic things, by the time we discussed if what they said they were actually building was what they were building. So you might want to look at that. So I told you, if you have a problem, you need that problem. Hopefully it's going to push you. Then most times when people come on my life, I always want to teach them the golden circle by Simon Sinek, because most people don't know why they're on LinkedIn. They think they are here to just gain visibility, but that's not really what is it. Visibility is usually the outburst of a healing process, the outburst of a result of solving a problem. So we started with problems, then we go to the circle, right? One of the things I would always say, I've taught it even in the last class, so I'm going to be very fast. Don't worry, you will learn all that in camp. have a two why. One why for yourself and your journey. Second why is the one that supports what you're serving LinkedIn on LinkedIn. So the one why, that's the one that makes you show up every day, even if you have one like and comment. That one has to be burning in your soul, even while clarity is coming, so that you are not dependent on the external validity of anyone, so that you don't judge your content by the number of people who like it or not. So you must have two whys. One for the personal one that you're going through. It might be some of you who are maybe into gender based violence, might have been violated at one point as childhood. You must wake up with that thought while you are writing your content, because people need to hear you from that pain. That's why some conversations stick better than others. So most people will say, manipulate, tweak, da da da. No. Once you get it from inside, it steals from you outside. That's the first one you need to be connected to. Then the second one is the generic one, where you can now be asking yourself, why does this client want to work with me? So let's say somebody again who has been violated in that direction and finds out that you're a coach who heals them. Question is, how can you hold conversations that will make the person understand that you know why they have come to you? So I've told you guys two ways. I said I'll be very fast because of the time we have. Then how is, what are the kinds of things I should be doing? What are the frameworks? What is the setup? What are the systems? Then what is what most of you are carrying on your banners? What you do is the last place. Most people might not see your whys outrightly because it's usually involves storytelling, and it's usually long, and it has to be related to the niche you do. Your what is the one that is usually on your banner. Usually on your banner, maybe majorly. Okay, so sometimes you can put a little bit of how you do it, because which is very important, because you want to put your what, then you want to put how, then you want to put your outcomes. But the why is not always written on the banner. You can find some part of your why in your about section, but you want to always have it in mind anytime you have jump on a conversation with anyone. Okay, so pay attention to your pain points. So I've talked about this already. If you want to have a dream, then if you're on LinkedIn newly and you don't know how to build, right, and you don't have an audience yet, just type in the comment section, no audience yet. If you post on LinkedIn and you don't have an audience first, our time is fast spent. Just type no audience yet. Let me see how I'm able to squeeze this conversation. Maybe in the next 15 minutes, we should be out of here. If you don't have any audience yet, let's say you post and all you have is between 10, 10, 11, 20 likes, you're just dealing between that. And then if you have 500 and above, maybe 300, 200, 500 and above, just type high audience. If you have low audience, just type low audience. So I'll just show you guys. So even if you guys don't come to camp, God will just help you, right? But some of the things I can teach you this night, you can still use it, because like I said, I promised I was going to teach you guys anyway, so that your time this night can also be accounted for. Okay, so while I'm waiting for us to comment, I know that there's usually a lag between LinkedIn and backstage. So let's do quickly. Please, let's comment quickly. Okay, so anybody who doesn't have a, so let's go fast, fast, fast. No audience yet. No audience yet. Okay, so like I told you again, we separate you into two groups. When you show up in camp, right? The goal is not just to start attracting immediately. You want to attract people in a solution that you already have. So for me, when you show up in camp, one of the first goals of from me to you, which we do in our first week, is to get a job. That's what we do. For those people who have never worked with people who don't have testimonials, we get you a job first, because we need your testimonials, because that is how there's what I coined a trust index lineage. You want to have people trust you in your light. Remember, I am not teaching you as a visibility coach. Most visibility coaches will not teach you like this. But I want you to be seen in your beauty and your glory. I want people who come in contact with you to honor you. You need that for your brand. So except you're not building a brand, maybe you're hustling. Like I told you guys, those kind of people don't used to stay around me. There are some people who hustle and there's no problem with it. If you're hustling, please don't close your ears. If your own is just give me visibility, I know they hear wetin devil talk, right? Don't worry, don't listen to me. You're still very good with whatever you want to be doing. Okay, so if all you're looking at is visibility, and you don't even care how people see you, just want to be everywhere, and because again you want to have brand deals, like I told you, explained what brand deals are for you, which is still excellent. If a brand comes to me, like the last time it was Stanbic IBCC's asset management that came to me. Of course, the money was very big. Yes. So when I calculated it, I almost got to 1 million, and it makes sense. If I'm working with that kind of brand, I can ask them for money. But I realize that most of those SaaS brand founders on LinkedIn, it's not like they are so big like that. Even me, when I jump on calls to them, I'm scared because truly I have big eyes. Even though I love Jesus, but I have big eyes. So I cannot imagine that I work so hard and then the kind of money. So imagine that even if somebody is having on their profiles, you know, having on their profiles 15 brands on their profile, where you add the money together. God have mercy you. So if that's the kind of money you're looking for, no problem. You can just build visibility. You can always exchange it with money. If that's the kind of money you want, just build that one. Just go there. You know where to get it. Just go there and just be commenting every day from morning to night. Whether your brain is improving or not, no problem. When you're visible, you figure it out. By the time you've become visible, you would have lost millions of naira. And of course, the truth is that all of us eventually learn, because if you have to be rich, like in the tone of the kind of monies we're talking about, you have to learn eventually. Okay. So I've told you again, if you have no audience, low audience, the first thing you want to do is we're going to make sure you get an opportunity to serve. If you've served before and you're not paying attention, please go and take screenshots. I know a lot of people have gone, they are saying, I've seen a lot of people saying people are sharing screenshots. So screenshot is bad. It's not about sharing secret. Please, right now at the phase you are, your screenshots are very, very important. When you jump on a call with a client and you serve them on your one-on-one coaching, and it's free of charge, take a screenshot. Ask them for a permission. Can I take a screenshot and tell people that I jumped on a call with this person or that person? If it's another person of a person of another race, it's just that me, I don't want to say it very bigly, but just screenshot the person hot. This girl is now talking to Oyibo. Put it on your WhatsApp status, put it on your Facebook, put it on your LinkedIn, put it everywhere putable. But like I said again, if LinkedIn has to be your headquarters, there's no doubt about it. You have to spend time on LinkedIn. But my own is, I don't want yeah visibility, like the one that you cannot think outside hustling. So when all those 500 gigs will come to you, 1,000 dollars, you will just be posting it everywhere, everybody shouting. And I told you, it's not like it's bad. The only thing is, who are your primary target audience? So some people will go and have those kind of deals and quickly rush and post it, but their target audience are founders, SaaS founders, who will spend in millions and billions of dollars already, and other people will share it. As they are sharing it, your clients are shaking their head as they are sharing it. So in your head, you have 1,000 likes and comments, but it's another 1,000 likes and reasons not to work with you. So again, you must be very careful to know the people that you're serving. So okay, so we've held conversations about, I've told you, if you have high skills, if you don't have skills, which is mostly what people do, they show up on LinkedIn and they start building visibility already, and they don't have any specific correct skills. One thing I noticed that you would eventually land in, and this is me, I synthesize, and nobody can argue with me. I synthesize all the time. So I know these are the two things you will do when you come and you're hustling and you want to just build visibility. You will land in visibility coaching, which is excellent. LinkedIn is a writing platform. You say you're a content writer, two of them together, excellence. So you decide that that's where you want to serve. But if you want to pivot, there are other ways you can pivot to, which is also where I come in. But I'm saying that there's no problem with it. For some of you who just want to do the regular pathway of what everyone is teaching on LinkedIn, please go ahead. There is no problem with it. The only thing I've told you is that you are likely going to, the kinds of money that are going to come to you are going to be monies around there. Monies around there. If you want to pivot into the millions, you have to pay attention to some of the things that I'm teaching. Okay, so I've talked about content creation, and I've said it again, money is more of networking than it's your content. So when people tell you inbound leads, inbound leads, inbound leads, and you are an African living in Africa, see, you don't know what other people on the other side of LinkedIn are getting. I said I'm being on a live call now where I saw 3.5 million naira people were paying to enter a coaching call, and 87 people booked that night.
Yeah.
3.5 million naira. So you cannot be saying inbound lead and you are an African living in Africa alone. So it means that you have sworn, knowing fully well that I've told my community and I coined that word. I said money runs in circles, right? Money runs in circles. I meditated my way into it, saying, which is also mean telling you outrightly that it matters your network. So that's why, as an African living in Africa, you cannot depend on inbound leads alone, because the kind of monies that are going to come to you are going to come to you from your network, and it's not going to be the kinds that other people are seeing. Okay, so engagement protocol, no problem. We're going to teach all that. Why LinkedIn? LinkedIn is headquarters. LinkedIn beauty for professionalism. Most people who just go and start content creation on other platform, Facebook, and Instagram and all that, they have hustling spirit in view, most of them. But one of the things I realized is that LinkedIn refines your energy, refines your excellence. It's just that some people also listen to coaches who built first on Facebook and came here and transferred the hustling spirit. But you want to make sure that whatever you're building, you should be able to speak on TEDx spaces with that ideation effortlessly, fluently, and you can stand anywhere, be invited to speak anywhere. International standard of knowledge. That's what me I preach all the time. Okay, so um as usual, I'm going to open my curtain to just 20 people this night. That's what I want to do again. That's what I normally do. I open curtains to 20 people because I don't want people whose energies are negative or they're not serious. I want to be able to, follow people down to their roots. What we normally do, open, like what I'm going to do, I'll just open the curtain, close it again, right? Close it for after this night. I'm even going to give a time. This is already a few minutes, but see, I will give. We'll close the curtain again, like maybe in 2 hours, just so that in case anybody has any network challenge, and I'll still delete this post. That's what I do. I'm opening it, right? I want to work with people. Literally, everything we do in camp is almost like a personalized journey, because when you come in, you can ask, like the call doesn't end until the last person is done asking questions. So we literally allow other people to go home. Like if you're done and you're tired, well, you're done with the classes of the day, you can go. I literally sit back to answer all those questions because, again, you are my clients. I don't care how much you paid me. You're my clients and I must serve you. That's how my head is wired, right? I have very big clients that pay me very huge, but for the outfit, the academy, brand monetization academy, we want people replicating, you know, um we want people replicating the vision we had for them. So it's not just about us having, at least I have I have my testimonials. Maybe this is the time for me to share them, right? For those people who are probably just joining us for the first time, right? So I tell you what I will build for you from ground up. I'll build from brand monetization, and then automations. You're going to learn AI automation. Some of you, if you go on AI automation school, you literally pay up to 100,000. Some people pay 75,000, some people pay $50 and all that. But we matched it together because for me is a continuum. I don't want people picking half and half things that are not necessary for them. So we put it together. So if you're interested and you want to be a part of the bootcamp, what do you think we should charge? Every year, I always ask this question, right? If you've heard everything I talked about now and how our services are super personalized, what do you think is the average charge people should charge if somebody is going to take you through a journey a whole year? Of course, the whole year is for serious people. If you start getting quiet in the group, we'll just remove you, right? That's what I do. I don't want any wasted energy. I cannot afford all those kinds of energy around me. So if you would want to like have a camp like that will handle AI automations for you, handle, building your brand from scratch. I actually work with newbies better because I noticed that most people who grow with visibility, they assume they figured it out. And most times I see them on LinkedIn, I cannot help them. Before, when I had time, I used to enter different people's DM and I'm telling them, guy, wait till you they do like this. But these days I don't do it anymore because I don't have the time. Right. In fact, some people, when you tell them the truth, they'll come at you, but then you know that they're not making any money. But they are the people that you love, but there's nothing I can do about it. So for me, that's usually what I make sure I do. I'm seeing some lag in the studio. If you can still hear me, just type CC so I know that I can move on. But what I did was I just opened the slot for 20 people that are gonna join us tonight. What we'll do is that we'll leave that window opened a little bit, right? As soon as we delete this, we're done, and then we move on. Like I said, I'm not in a hurry right now, but we just want to make sure that at least we give people an opportunity to just start their journey with everyone and then start the preparation before we do our official launch for the academy. Okay. So let me see what other people are saying. And then, so if you'd like to be a part of the bootcamp, just, comment bootcamp so that we can tell you. So, like I said again, you people should say something, or if you don't say it, I will charge whatever is in my mind. And I can tell you it's 150,000. That's like $150. I can tell you it's $1,000. Some of you, okay, I can tell you is what. Yes, I told you guys to start documenting your questions if you have questions. So, like I said again, if you think I'm going to take you through a whole year, a whole year, and you know that you can actually go to two different schools for what we serve you with, tell me what you think we can ask you to give. Okay. So please go ahead. Okay, awesome. If you want to be a part of the bootcamp, kindly comment. Then tell me how much you think you'd want me to, how much do you think you want? I'm taking you for a whole year, right? And then you're learning AI automations as part of it. If you're interested anyway, part of the things we're going to do is to make sure that all the people who get into the AI bootcamp are also interested in it, because I noticed that some people, they are not really interested in it or tech. So hurry, hurry, guys. We want to end the call. I want to end the call in the next 8 minutes. I'll end the call in the next 8 minutes if there's anyone saying. So if you're interested in the bootcamp, just quickly say so we can have you come on board. If not, okay. Again, this network is actually delaying. Okay, very beautiful. Thank you so much. Okay, Barbara, I can see you. Okay, yes, I actually saw you on our company's page earlier. Thank you for that. Okay, so Evelyn said 100,000. Okay, okay, let's see. Vida is another amazing person that I've always seen closely. I'm so happy. I would love to work with you, Vida. You like this. I've seen you over and over again. I would love to work with you. Okay, so I'm seeing Precious. You people should say what you people think you want me to charge you guys, oh, because I will charge you what's on my mind, and I can charge you waiting no good. Evelyn said 100K. Good. Cheesy. If I was going to take you through the whole year, right, and I would have to teach you all this that I know. Like, how much do you think I should charge you? And you feel like it's worth charging, just talk to me. But remember, I said that the yearly charges is on a condition that you have to show me, like, this camp was my best camp so far. So maybe this is me also celebrating them from my heart. All of them, all of them. I've never seen people who were so hungry, so hungry. Samson, even the first time Samson sent me Samson sent me a DM. I was like, who is this guy? He just said, "Hello, ma. Somebody referred me to you." I just said, "Let me just." Then he now said, "So if I give you this my money now," that's what he was telling me. So how do you promise me that I'm going to make this money back? But I'm so glad. Like, even him, I was quite scared for Samson because of the way he talks. I'm like, hey, how is this guy going to hold down an international client? Until I saw testimonials. In literally, I think I can't remember the week I saw, whether it was in the first week. Another person that scared me was Abdul. Hey, Abdul is very young. He's a website developer, but he's very young. So I was very scared that if he was going to hold conversations, and he was the first person who got clients in camp. Okay, so I'm seeing a lot of people. So you guys, nobody's suggesting. Okay, so this is me, so that I don't waste time. I've seen 100,000 as a spot on, but what I always do is that I want people who will. I want you to be able to give something that will be painful to you, something that will make you come out to classes. Because me, I teach for results. I don't teach for timetable. We have our 30 days, at least the first 4 weeks planned out. So that one we must follow it, but I still extend classes for some people. Sometimes I jump on calls in-house when people are getting super confused in class. Most of those ones, we don't put them on the timetable. So because my own, My boot camp is wired for outcome, not wired for people just jumping on it and we're doing graduation and we're doing belonging. Of course, that's very lovely because it's part of the, the pyramid. That's the, what's the name of this, Maslow's hierarchy of needs. So that pyramid always allows people, belonging is a very serious thing, so you can use it as a tool. So people can be joining your camp or anything and they're not having results, but they are just happy with you. It's still very lovely, is a tool, but for me, I build for outcome, not for celebrations. So okay, awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, Natalie, I have spoken to you severally that I would every, that you're sparklers. So I'm with you on this. Let's work together quickly. Yes, I'm going to do a one-on-one for you. Absolutely. You know that you have that. Okay, awesome. So for this night, let me announce it quickly so I don't spend so much time here. I'm going to be giving it out at 50,000 naira. I'm going to say it again. For this night, anybody who is going to jump on the boot camp will jump in at 50,000 naira. The next time we're going to announce it, we're going to have a proper launch for the academy. This was not for that. This was basically to clarify on our, I gave this, what did they call it, meeting was, I wanted other people who were strangers, who people didn't know on LinkedIn, to gain visibility, come online, just talk. But most of them didn't take advantage of it. Like I say it again, if you think that you don't have opportunities, think again. Because some of you who were in comment section saw this post when I dropped it. And I said, if you want to be a part of the open mic, come, everybody come. And still, all the people that we had were people who came from the community already. So I'm also letting us know that it's very important that we take advantage. Anyway, I will prepare you for all those things so that you don't get super. So these are the things I'm going to do for you. Let me show you from the beginning so you know whether the 50K is what is. I'll help you create contents that can convert. I'll help you create products for your niche. For your niche, remember, I'll help you create offers. I'll give you a correct pricing based on the value you produce. I'll build a funnel system for you that will make you do it for yourself because it's better. Then, of course, by the time we're done with our AI automation class, what you do is that you will now make it like it will always come out, like it will always go round for you. Okay, so we'll create lead magnets for you, right? That will help you always consistently have people come in to your funnel, because that means you cannot depend only on your posts to get opportunities. Then of course, there are lots of AI strategies. In fact, in week one, there are certain things I will send you and we'll just straighten out your LinkedIn profile straight and your positioning straight. Once I send it to you, you're good, right? Part of the things like I said is I will save a whole lot of time for you. I don't preach AI so bigly because I'm very big on my brain. For God's sake, that's why I read medicine, right? But I don't want people to waste time. So I help them leverage while they build. But I don't preach. The only part of AI that I'm in full blown lean in support is the automations part. Then landing remote roles, of course, you saw that literally almost the 11 persons that I posted here, all of them landed remote roles and most of them landed it in the first week of our camp. So these are the promises. Now I can promise you that you will land the role in the first week of the camp. Again, I'll say it, if you don't do my assignments, it's not even about your money. You will be annoying me. Like, we cannot be close for long. Okay, so for some of you who love brand deals, don't worry, you can get it. In fact, how I launched um last this year was I went and I got a brand deal for myself. That's how I opened 2026. So if you want a brand deal, you can always have it. But we've shown you how. Thank God all our speakers always also emphasize that. So I told you 12 months access. Then I'm going to add a community building course. Then you're going to have this free book. I'm going to give you my roadmap to LinkedIn monetization. It's priced at $20, but it's going to be part of everything that you're going to get as free so that it will be a proper guide. Then you have to do a presentation. So it's like part of the things that we offer as well. We make sure that you must get comfortable with speaking with people. And that's what we did. We make sure that at least you know how to get your leads at your by yourself. That's what all the people who adhered to instruction did. They got leads by themselves by speaking, right? So, okay, I think I've gotten to this place. I've asked you how much you charge. So I told you I only have room for 20 people this night. Anybody that wants to come in, kindly just comment boot camp, right? Send me a DM as well so that it'll be faster. Faith, if you're here, kindly drop the link so that when we cut the live, we can have people come in. So I've told you guys what we do is, why am I different? I told you that I synthesize activities. I meditate a lot, so you can never have what the kind of things I do on any other camp. That's why most times, even after my calls, I delete it. I delete my videos because I know that most of the things I share, most people are too surface to find it, like to know the kind of ideas that come to me. Let's say I'm the Albert of this generation, but then that's what I would normally would do. So all those bonus, I think I have almost 10 things that you get if you pay. So all the people in the comments right now, just comment, let's take it to the gates. And I want to say thank you so much for, staying in with me to this point. You guys are the real MVPs. I don't know how to celebrate you all. Remember that I gave you all a free quiz. If you're interested in the free quiz, please let us know. The next time we'll be opening up the camp again, I'm definitely sure that I will not open it as 50. God knows. I have 75 in mind. That 75 will be for the first 3 days. Then the next maybe 1 week or so, I'll make it 100. I'll make sure that my camp is 100,000 because I know what I do. I can't charge, even if I charged everyone like 10,000 per month for the entire year, I couldn't have charged you um that's like 120,000 on average. So that, I think Evelyn, the person who said 100K, was excellent. So this is the easiest you find it this night, and that's because I don't want anyone to feel like it's not possible for them to achieve it. So what we'll do is, after now, we'll close the gates. We'll have an official launch for the boot camp. That one, we'll still have our students. They'll come and dance with us and all that. It's going to be bigger. We'll work with other creators who will come on board, and we'll just hype it generally. Then when we launch, then it's going to be 100,000. In fact, I'll start with 755. It will be on that night. Then when we get to midnight, it'll be 100 to be 150, because I believe that I should charge that, because I don't give you 20 days, I don't give you 21 days, all those dramatic things where you come and then you disappear. Partly because maybe I've not said about, I have another why that some of you don't know. And that's why I tell people all the time, you must have two whys, so that desperation and every other thing that is clipping people around LinkedIn doesn't take hold of you. For me, my first why is that, yes, I'm a believer, and then I know that a lot of people's heads are hung down. If you know, the name of our community is Phoenix Gate, right? You know the story of Phoenix Bird. I can't talk about that now. But this gate, there's the scriptures in the Bible that talked about, lift up your heads, O ye gates, and be lifted up, ye everlasting doors, that the King of Glory will come in. This is literally what I'm projecting, right? Is a picture of, well, if I want to be biased, I will say Africa, but I'm sorry if you're from any other country. But it's a picture of a group of men who will literally go to where things are happening and will blow it open. So what I'm looking for is relationship, not necessarily your camp. But I've told you guys, I have done camps free of charge. The first one I ever did was for 6 months straight, but I've still seen it that most people who don't pay are not serious. I can say it on my life. I've taught students. My husband is here. My children are here. I would make sure my children sleep early. Put them in the room. They will sleep early, 6, 7. I taught camp every day for 30 days at one point, and still some people didn't show up. And I figured it out that people don't show up when they don't pay. And nobody can take me behind that again. Even like I said, even me charging it at 50 now, I'm shooting myself on the foot, because it's a dangerous place to be. Some of you, 50,000 is nothing for you. And again, we have 3 tiers. So if 50,000 is nothing for you, go to the next tier. There's a premium tier where you know that if you pay it, you're going to feel pain to show up. You pay the premium tier, you pay the inner circle if you want me to do most of the work for you. Most times, if we're going to do most of the work for you, I transfer it to the Phoenix Gates agency, where other people, they'll curate posts for you, work on your profile, everything. You just will be having strategy meeting just once a month, and we'll get your clients for you, everything. All you have to just do is show up. Tell us what you want us to do. We do everything for you. We'll transfer that one to the Phoenix Gates agency. But I'm saying this now so that you don't think that I could even do free, but I promise you on God, you will not benefit. It's just life. I don't know how to explain it. So like I said, because we just had an opportunity, we decided to do this. Our proper what did you call it? Our proper launch will be on another date. I'll come up with that date. I'll speak to my community guys. That's when we will go from $50 and above. $50, that should be around 75K, or we'll do 100,000 straight, collect our guys and go. So I'll say thank you so much, everyone. If you have not seen the link, please comment bootcamp. I think Faith must have logged off here. I will just quickly come to the comments. If you're still around, just you can quickly pay. Like I said, in the next 2 hours, I'll still close that gate because I want to give people an opportunity. Those people who stayed long with us, when we do our official launch, you see the prices that we're going to open up publicly to everyone. The people who came tonight, we love you so much. Thank you so much. And I'm going to be ending this call. I don't know if my excellent Susan, if you have anything to just advise people to, go home with, let's all just tell them what to go home with, and then we'll call it a night.
All right. So, the advice I'll advise anyone is just like what you told me. Like, if you focus on the money, to be sincere, you will not go far. Because if you want to build reputation and actually the visibility that extends for generations, just focus on value. Because value keeps compounding, and when it compounds, there's a statement I love about that Napoleon Hill dropped that I read. He said, "Money flows to people with aura." So you don't need to chase after money. It actually comes to you naturally based on how you carry yourself, based on the value you give, based on how you empower people. So money is just a reward from your consistency, from the problems you solve, from how you show up. So rather than focusing on just how you're going to get the money, instead focus on how you're going to empower people, and the money is going to come naturally as a reward. And just like Mother Igu said, this is going to be the best program, or will I say the best boot camp for you. It's going to transform your life actually.
Thank you so much. Okay, so everyone who has been commenting, please make sure, at least for double check, make sure you send me a DM. Like I said, please, so all these people that are just writing 50K with boldness, please. So this is not, it's just for now. Like as soon as I told you guys, we're going to close the gate in 2 hours. So it's not because we have not launched the project officially. When we launch it, people will know, right? So what we want to do is that we just want to open doors for people who are here. Definitely, you know that there's no way I can work with you for a whole year and I'll charge you 50K. My mom used to say, "Engrobani me," that means did you take so much alcohol and it's coming out from your ears? And I'm saying that it's just now, right? And we're not for this one, we're not going to take any form of part payments because like I said, it's common with a particular side people. May God forgive me. I don't want to say anything negative, but most people don't have integrity. They want you to pursue them after making a commitment. And I don't want that for my personality. I cannot handle that aura around me. I don't want to be able to see you and I just feel like you didn't make the sacrifice necessary. So that's why I honor people. For this one, if you're going to pay tonight, just pay that 50. But when we launch, definitely, I'm not crazy with all my value to charge you guys this cost for a whole year. I decrease. I know decrease now. So, like I said, the people who are going to, if you're very interested to pay now, send me a DM now. Let me send you the link privately so that you don't have to hassle, the problem with connections, the comments if I don't see, because like I said, I'm going to delete this post so that I don't even want to feel like I'm coming to meet anybody to be chatting them up. Are you going to join bootcamp? Those kind of energy, I don't want it around me because, like I said, if I have other things to do, I shouldn't be pursuing you up and down, right? If you're sure this is what you want to do, that's what we're serving you for this night, right? But I told you, if you want to wait, there's no problem. We have a what did you call it? We have a proper launch date. That one you can pay what everyone is paying, and I'm telling you, can be assured that it will not be anything less than 75 at least, because we want to make it affordable for everyone. So thank you so much for um yes, even for the upcoming ones, be one time payment. We don't even want you to be worrying about where you're going to get if you are going to pay us or not. Like I told you, I'm going to work with you is I'm going to work with you. I don't care. The only thing is I'll be more happy if you're giving it your all and you still don't have results. That one I can make sure I do it. So I tell you to have a life event, you do it, you do everything I tell you. I work on your profile with you, you make your corrections immediately. I give you the conversion code, I give you everything you need. Like I create leads for you. I tell you what leads will be best suitable for your brand, and you do it, and you still don't have opportunity. That one I can't. I That's why I said 12 months, of course, but every day. I don't know how to say it. It's just my energy. I'm wired like that. I don't easily get tired. You can ask my community people. If there are still audacious eagles here, please just comment audacious eagles and tell them at all the kind of energy. Yes, don't worry. As soon as this live is over, you'll be able to click it. What you do is send me a DM now. Those people who have sent me DMs, I've seen them already, and I've sent them the link. No, there's no installment payment. So I'm so sorry about that, because already it's almost like there's you're not paying anything. Yes. So there's it's almost like you're not paying anything for the entire year. So no, I don't do installments, because again, abuse abuse. A lot of people love abuse, and I cannot tell why reputation is not a big deal. And most of these people want to be visible. So how are you visible when you don't have reputation on yourself? Those are the things that hurt your brand. Most people don't even know. Conversion is hinged on repetition. This one they will not teach you anywhere. But some of you will say, yeah, two part payment, but you won't follow up. They'll follow you 1 million times. No, no. For me, the kind of energy I have, you guys, the reason why you see me, anytime you see me, I show up with fire is because I deal with less distractions. And I realize that those kinds of things will not work for me. Okay, so Chika, the reason is um so for people who are going to join us, we don't come late. If you're going to come late, you pass information early and many other things. Just you will love it to be amongst us when we launch the official one. For those who are going to wait, they can wait. So this is the name of the project. Okay, I didn't even reach to the end. Wahala. But okay, do we have any questions? I didn't ask for questions. Oh, so if we don't have any questions, I think I can end the call. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming in. I love you. Do have an amazing night, right? So I'm going to end the live in four, okay, 3, 2, 1. Good night, everyone.